On this beautiful January 7th, beautiful morning here in Paradise, Bonsai Pipeline. We are here for yet another year, shooting out into another beautiful year with the Hui Backdoor Keiki Beach Bungalows present the Backdoor Shootout, day number 1. So we are super pumped, you guys. You can join us live on YouTube. Thank you to Spectrum, Channel 1020. That's me, Brother Ezra Rodriguez. Aloha and good morning, gang. I will be joined by Mr. Rocky Cannon and Professor Isaiah Walker. But we're going to get right into things, and we're going to be bringing you guys live. After a few pieces, we're going to be starting the stand-up discipline right here at the Duke Kahanamoku specialty event. We're always in memory here for the Hui Backdoor and for Mr. Duke Po'o Kahanamoku. And look at that beautiful pipeline and backdoor. And backdoor has shown up a bit more than pipeline this morning with the swell direction. As you can see, the beautiful, we call that Beaver Creek. So if you thought you were a fish in a fish pond, well, this is the Pacific Ocean, brother. This is no fish pond. This is the North Shore, and there is our setup. Thank you to Volcom, the Proving Grounds, Dave Riddle and the team for letting us use the yard, and I'm right upstairs right there in the infamous 3-story Jerry Lopez house. And yes, we're going to get things started. And look at that beautiful drone shot by our amazing crew, Zone Media, and the creators of Ocean Paddler TV, Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, and in the zone they are. Shout out to you guys at Keiki Beach Bungalows, and that is always welcome to Aloha. We are also sponsored by North Shore Club, Dark Sport Athletics, Air Tahiti, Integrative Pet Tide, supported by Sinaloa once again, White Claw, and Saltwater Society. Mahalo. Welcome to Ehukai. Welcome to the Backdoor Shootout. And yeah, we were just on hold as we had not just the shortboard athletes, but the longboard. And we're going to start the competition at approximately 10:15 a.m. So it is now 9:53, and Hawaiian Water Patrol is in the lineup. And just to let you guys know, we had the opening ceremony on January 3rd, and we all know about the Hui Backdoor's open ceremony with King Kamehameha's royal order and everybody from the club present. Let's take a look, you guys. Stay tuned.
Lama ua hele ka naka ai luna ua kai aku akula ka hoa kale na ui hoi ka pu ava uli pu ava kea moa kane moa hine ma hiki na kau lele kalani I mua o na mamo e hopo mai kai ke poi he nalu apa ke ui o he nalu I vivo ole I makau ole I koa kia poe kia I o ke kai. E o la mau, e o la no.
Woo, we are back. What's up, you guys? Very exciting time of year. As you know, our holding periods from January 4th all the way to the 16th. Oh, we got some guys, our stand-up. And this is a jersey-less contest. This contest is very prestige. It is designed to give our athletes the utmost relaxation and freedom out there at this heavy wave as it's picking up. It started off pretty small this morning. We're almost at logistics 4 to 5 feet. And they do come in, and it is favoring backdoor. But 10:15 start. These guys are just paddling around, still a free surf session. There's our Hui Backdoor tent. If you guys come down and join us live, we'll be selling gear out of that tent. And amazing day it will be. 2026 shooting out into amazing. And just to let you guys know, we want to show you guys the surfing, cosmetics, and mechanics of Pipeline. You're going to check out this package before we get started, you guys. So grab some coffee, This thing is about to hit. And stay tuned for this, the mechanics of pipeline, gang.
If you're looking out at the break, from right to left, you've got the Heikai channel, which is really responsible for the pipe wave. And then as you move a little bit more, that's pipeline left, the pipeline.
The perfect pipeline is first reef, loading up, jacking up, and just standing really tall and mean with a big square lip. And as that lip's landing, the spit absolutely explodes you into the channel.
Move over a little bit more, and then that's where backdoor is. Backdoor and pipe they're basically the same way, but backdoor is the right and pipeline is the left.
Backdoor is an incredible wave. You can get a barrel from 2 seconds to 10 seconds long. This wave is incredible, and it's very unpredictable.
Move offshore just a little bit. Beyond first reef, you get second reef pipeline. And that second reef pipe starts to work just when it gets bigger.
When pipeline's second reefing, that means it's overloading on the reef and it's too big for first reef, so it starts to push a little further out. These waves stand bigger than 12-foot Hawaiian, and they stand up on the reef taller and gnarlier. Some of the heaviest photos and videos I've ever seen at pipeline have been on second reef roll-ins. And we have third reef pipeline. That is when it is too big for first reef, too big for second reef. It starts to move out onto the third reef. These are very, very rare waves to catch. And when you catch one and you ride it all the way through to pipeline and actually get shacked on it, it is a dream come true, because these are kind of the diamonds in the rough at pipeline. Is the third reef, second reef to first reef, load up, big barrel, big spit.
Aloha, welcome back. And there we got Zone Media bringing us yet another beautiful drone shot. You got Hawaiian Water Patrol scooting away, and there's some definite waves on offer today as we're going to go right into a stand-up paddle. Special announcement, stand-up paddle with Jose Gomez, Anthony Maltese, last year's champion, Zane Sains, and other outstanding performer and finalists of the Backdoor Shootout in the stand-up paddling division, honored and in memory of Duke Po'oa Kahanamoku and Max Torres and Sebastian Gomez. So we're going to show you guys the highlights from last year. Thank you, Zone Media and the team, for capturing such beautiful moments in surfing. And here we go. That is Zane Sains, and this guy can switch stance. Beautiful paddling cosmetics. And here we go again, right up into it. And these guys, their whole goal and objective is to get, in each 30-minute heat, they're going to want to get a perfect 20, They're looking for the perfect 10, and they're looking to get deep in the barrel, but sometimes when they're traveling so fast on a bigger board, they get big pocket rides. So here we go. That's a beautiful one from last year. And here we go. Nice last clip. And yeah, you guys, welcome back. You guys aren't going to want to miss. The t-shirts this year are premium. We just went off with the long sleeve, the short sleeve lycras, and brought to you by Jack Soren. So Jack's got a gold chrome one, and we also got this amazing shirt right here. The Hui Backdoor Shootout in memory of Duke Kahanamoku, gang. Check that out, you guys. We also got the 30th anniversary hats. These things are going to go super quick, okay? So joining me today is my buddy, Isaiah, Professor Walker. He'll be here in a few minutes. Super important that we get our kids to school, and he also takes care of a bunch of students at Brigham Young. So shout out to you guys. Thank you, one of the surfing moms, Linda Kea, for tuning in. Always a big supporter of our surfing, and you guys can give me a follow at Ezra Rod, and I can answer you guys some amazing questions. So there's a beautiful drone shot of the playing field, the 7 Mile Miracle, and it's been a great winter. And you guys, we're just going to take a short break. We got 10:15 started, so this is get some breakfast, get some coffee. If you guys are planning to come out here, please do. More love and aloha for you guys, as you can see Beaver Creek. So we're going to cut to break. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back. Aloha. The 2026 Hui Backdoor Shootout is brought to you by the proud members of Hui Nalu. Presented by Keiki Beach Bungalows, Welcome to Aloha. Sponsored by the North Shore Club, Dark Sport, Ade Tahiti, Integrative Peptides. Supported by Sinaloa, White Claw, and Saltwater Society. This live broadcast is produced by Zone Media, creators of Ocean Paddler TV, Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, and In the Zone.
How do you, Sinaloa?
My kids love cheese quesadillas on fresh Sinaloa tortillas.
We only make our fish tacos with fresh Sinaloa tortillas.
My family loves my chicken enchiladas using fresh Sinaloa tortillas.
We use Sinaloa tortillas in everything that we do. The freshness really makes the difference.
Get your fresh Sinaloa tortillas today at your local markets throughout the state. How do you, Sinaloa?
Allow us to help you grow your events by reaching Hawaii's giant outdoor sports and ocean enthusiast demographic. Zone Media specializes in social media content production and distribution, drone and video production, cutting-edge live productions, and more. With over 25 years leading Hawaii's action sports market, give us a call at 808-343-3310.
The Hui Nalu is in the house this year, presenting Keiki Beach Bungalows. Welcome to Aloha. This is the stand-up paddling portion of the Hui's Backdoor Shootout as we shoot out into 2026 high fashion, a 2 to 4 foot swell, now maximizing some 5-footers if you're lucky. And here we go. The heat is on. We have Jose Gomez out the back with last year's champion Anthony Maltese, Zane Sains out there as well in the white helmet, Clayton Everline MD, Max Torres and Sebastian Gomez, and that was a wicked floater. Beautiful projection. Definitely getting the score when there's no barrels on offer. You know, you got to hit the grovel button sometimes. But that wasn't groveling. That was a sheer stand-up snap floater into the flats. Someone's getting lickings. The boards are thick. These things are 27 to 25 inches wide, 3 inches thick. They have to remain standing. The shorter their board gets, the more you have to kind of use your balance and your core. These guys sit on a invisible chair at a 22-degree angle, duck-footed out, right by the handle of their stand-up board. If you guys have never seen it, this thing has basically been created here in Hawaii and around the world. People are just killing it on it. You can stand up, you can see the waves. That was a beautiful floater projection snap into the flats, riding over aints and kicking out with poise. So you're going to see a lot of guys getting into position. As you can see, this brother is keeping the board moving. And I just got word we're going to have 1 hour heat for this amazing final. 1 hour to 30-minute heats pending. So super stoked to be here once again with the crew on the second floor of the Volcom Proving Ground house. Thank you to the Volcom crew, Dave Riddle and the gang, and thank you to Alex from Zone Media. And here we go. getting off to a good start, just grabbing his stand-up. He's going to head back out towards the gum side of Pipeline. And we also got the longboard discipline, as this is the Duke Kahanamoku, in memory of Duke Kahanamoku's specialty event. And you can hear my brother blowing up the beach announcing. That is Iolani Adams. So in the longboard, we got some newcomers, and super stoked coming all the way from Makaha is Mr. Noah Baba Pu'u. So we got legendary waterman from Makaha here, my uncle Melvin Pu'u. You got guys like Bonga Perkins, Keegan Edwards, Micah DeSoto. You got Hawaiian Water Patrol and outstanding all-around waterman, longboarder, Alaya, stand-up paddling, Pomai Hoa Pili. You also got my little brother Makamai DeSoto coming up, a big heavy hitter at Pipeline and Backdoor. We also got brother Freddie Hui, and here we go. Beautiful backside cosmetics. He was going to go, jot it up into the coping of the lip, maybe get a projection floater, but you could see that he hesitated, and that was a good hesitation because the wave didn't materialize quite the way he wanted it to. So, also in the longboard, we got another world champion, Dino Miranda, and Noah Ganilla back again, and the infamous, well, we call him our white moke, me and Dwayne. This is Zach Howard. Originally from Malibu, lives in Maui, but this guy surfs Honolulu Bay, and this guy is a premier longboarder, in my opinion. And super pumped to have you back there, Zach. And this is Hui Backdoor Shootout. This thing was designed because, you know, as we're in memory of Duke Kahanamoku held a lot in his heart. And he went around negativity and things just like the Pacific Ocean going around a rock. And he held a lot in his heart. And a lot of people never got treated fairly back in the old Hawaiian surfing days, where a lot of our athletes and the best of the best would be on the bench. Why are they on the bench? And guys like Hui He'enalu, since 1975, have, you know, created a club and to help, you know, rooted surfers get a good platform. You know, Bonsai Pipeline is super dangerous. You know, you got to know how to play out there. Now that surfing is a state sport, you know, it's always been a sport to some of us surfers, but now that it's a state sport, you got to understand it's not a tennis court, it's not a soccer field. You're harnessing the energy of the Pacific. Can you handle that, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? You don't need no, you know, chest out, like this is, you know, my sport. That kind of stuff doesn't jive. Respect is a key fundamental here in professional surfing. So we got some paddles up. You guys got an hour to compete. I know they can't hear me, but you guys can hear me. Thank you, brothers downstairs. Spectrum, Ohana in the house. And yeah, you got 6 guys in the finals. Who's going to take it? Anthony Maltese out there. Took it last year. And we're going to run in later on into the week into our main event, you know, our 8 teams. And we got some amazing teams for you guys. Well, these guys sit and contemplate their next maneuvers. We got New Earth Project in the house. We got Team Volcom back again. Team Nave, welcome back. Team Snap 5. And bringing Mr. Tero Watanabe with them. And we got Team Du Bois, changed from North Shore boys. Billy Kemper got the story. I was with him this morning on the deck. And, you know, as all the surfers assess it, they're telling Uncle Eddie, you know, around 10 o'clock, you're going to see some mean backdoors, but it's the ocean. You know, being a surfer, that's another dynamic. You have to wait. You can never manipulate the Pacific. But you got Team Du Bois, a new team with 2 West Side Hamas, so that's going to be very exciting. You also got Team Peru. Aloha Peru, welcome back. Very exciting to have you guys every year. Team Japan, last year's team champion. And then Team 96712, know where you are. You're right here on the North Shore. And Brother Koa Rothman taking the individual title, $55,000. And another bonus for one of the best waves. So thank you to Keiki Beach Bungalows every year. Mahalo to you guys. The North Shore Club, Dark Sport Athletics, Are Tahiti, Integrative Peptides. Super pumped that you guys are here with us. Integrative Peptides, Gut Feeling Mango Strawberry Peptides Pro Prebiotics Blend. And, they got a killer stuff. This thing helps your immune system. And formulated, accelerated, amidated forms of BPC, 157, KPV, and the immune peptide A2. So super stoked that you guys are on board with us. You take these packets, you mix them in your drink, and you can play all day in Hawaii because you guys know the Pacific can cramp you up really quick when you're having too much fun. That's what happens. And you see this stand-up paddler, Clayton Everline, MD, paddling over the gums right here in the sandbar. And he's going to choose to lay down on his paddle as he gets over the reverb and the current kettle on the inside. He's going to stand up. And these guys sit on an invisible chair. You can see him. He's not just standing straight up. You would fall down like a domino. And a lot of these guys got really good paddling techniques. You know, the blade is pitched out, not a 45 degree. I would give it about 30 in the 27 degree rate. But the way it's stuck out, that's how you break the water, and you paddle with the T-bar. And these guys also lean. So as they're paddling out, they lean to the right, they go right. They lean to the left, they will go left. But also, as they're paddling into the wave and they're harnessing the wave, you're already standing up. So you can already tell if you're a surfer at home, the fundamentals is the first thing that you're going to want to do is fall backwards. So you have to lean forward. There's a lot of, dynamics that come with stand-up paddling. They used to have a big tour. A lot of guys left, certain jobs and stuff. It was looking really honoring, but it's really good. Thank you, Uncle Eddie and the Hui He'enalu for honoring these Polynesian disciplines that we love to do so much. Okay, we got movement. And looks like Max Torres moving into the bowl. And, that's late. As you can see, that was I'm not going to go, but I'm already in the coping of the lip, so I'm going to hit the eject button. And you guys know that this is a contest. If you ever did that in a regular free surf, you better hope there isn't 12 dozen kids on the inside of you. It's always good. Yeah, good decision. I'm almost thinking that could have been a quality wave for him. Just get a little lid shot underneath there. You do get scored here at the Backdoor Shootout when you do travel through the barrel. You know what I mean? You got to stay in control. It's like a football player getting into the end zone. You got to capture the ball, keep it in control, just like your barrel riding here. So, yeah, a lot of movement. And, as a surfer, I'd like to tell you I use stand-up paddlers as a beacon. Once they start moving, I know they see something. So I move into position on their inner rail, depending on who it is. A lot of these guys are the best of the best. You wouldn't do it to them, but, there's some street Pacific sweepers out there that catch 4 waves in a row and you're just baffled. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell people nowadays. They just want to argue, but you're telling them amazing criticism. Like, hey, man, you're dangerous, bro. So just, gifts of the sport. Respect takes you a really, really long way, especially here on the North Shore, as these places are weaved and connected by every side, and all different kinds of raised watermen and water wahine. So, yeah, this live broadcast is produced by Zone Media, the creators of Ocean Paddler TV and Hawaiian Extreme Sports. And these guys got it on lock. Here we go. Backside. Ooh, I think that's St. Zane's without the helmet. Looks like his airbrush on his board, too. He's going to go for the backside Steez barrel. But he got the heels edge. But yeah, here we go, paddling out of danger's way. I wonder if one of these guys could duck dive the stand-up paddleboard. I know it's real buoyant and stuff. They do have their tricks. One of my favorite events was watching some of these guys on tour in Tahiti. Here we go, beautiful shampoo. He got covered up there. Goes for the front side snap. So gets a little bonus on the end there. As you can see him, he's riding around probably a 7-foot board, so you got to keep that thing moving. And yeah, all technique as he switches over to the left side, keep the board going. A lot of these guys ride 2+1 to quad variations. And we're going to check out this replay really quick. Here we go. Nice locked in. Almost reminds me of Zane Schweitzer. Shout out to you, Bretta, if you're tuning in from Maui. I know this is one of your disciplines. You have many disciplines, but you were the champion 2 times, I believe, in a row here at the Backdoor Shootout. Hui Nalu in the house. And I'll tell you guys about another frothing house, the Chandler House. What's up, kids? What's up, Ohana? How you guys doing over there? Always major aloha over here. A lot of talent as we're raising our kids. And they're going to be some of the best of the best. Here we go. All 6 of them in motion. Who will it be? You know, there's so much. There is aggressive techniques. Here we go. Potty wave, backdoor, and backdoor. Nice. That was legit. Stick with it. Just gets axed in his right side collarbone. He gonna be okay. He gonna tombstone just a little bit, get to his board. And that was a nice one. He would have loved to ride out of that, but that is going to be a premium score so far, what we're seeing. Hello, my brother, Isaiah Walker. I'll let you get suited up. I have your... And yes, good to see you. So Jose Gomez is Sebastian Gomez's dad. Oh, didn't know that. That's awesome. Seabass is the 2nd in the world on the Stand-Up World Tour and won the Bolivian Games. So that is amazing. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Yeah, we're going to look at the left first on this amazing Backdoor Shootout replay by Zone Media. Here we go. And he got the short end of the stick. Almost did a backside backside air right there. It's hard to get a full rotation, but he probably turned it into a 180. And that was a nice barrel by our guy in blue. I believe that's Sebastian Gomez right there. And yes, you can see the creek. It is dwindling. Good morning, brother.
Aloha.
Aloha. So, yeah, we're right into the stand-up portion, Isaiah, and they have an hour final. You know, as day one, you know, some people thought it was small. I got here early in the dark, and it was small, and it just grew and grew and grew, and a couple guys got barreled, and we are on.
Oh, look at this. Going for it.
Oh. I think a little bit looking at his brother in the blue helmet, like, where are you at? Where are you at, man? Should I go past you?
Oh, look at these beautiful sets coming.
Yeah.
You're right, Ezra. It's definitely on the rise. Pulling into this one, packs it.
He's already got a good score on the board here. Our frontside goofy footer. He got the double paddle, double arm drag on the earlier one.
A little battle here.
Beautiful water shot, down low. Looking for the backside barrel. He's going to commit over the froth. Ooh. Little bit of hindrance on the end, you know.
A lot of action.
Yeah, in big wave, pipeline to Sunset to Waimea, when you do see an athlete, whether you're in competition or not, it is good for you to take the low road and get absolutely annihilated. Like, get out of their way. But, you know, it happens, you know. Everybody's raised different in the ocean. Sometimes it is really sketchy. You have nowhere to go. But
yeah, you're right. Ezra, this morning the waves were a lot smaller. We were on hold. In fact, I was at work.
Yes, I know. I see that.
Thank you, Ezra.
Yeah,
for
no
coming
problem.
in early and putting
You
that
got to take
extra-
care of those students, man. Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool to get the call and say we're on, and sure enough, pulled up and it's already pumping. So
this is how I like to start my new year, with you, Rocky, Iolani Adams, and the family at Hui Nalu.
Yep, welcome. Aloha Backdoor Shootout 2026. It's always exciting to be, like you said, Ezra, to be here in the new year.
Yep. New year.
You know, a lot of people always say the Backdoor Shootout is their favorite event.
Yep.
Maybe it's because of the camaraderie, the different format that we have, and also it seems the waves. We usually luck out with the surf, and we're definitely got some waves today. Here's some replays.
Replay. Nice. Backside steez into a closeout. And here we go. This was kind of the biggest wave in this heat so far, with less than 38 minutes to go. So beautiful replays. This was a foamy one. He would have liked to travel a little bit further, because at the Backdoor Shootout, you do get awarded for traveling through the barrel, remaining under control. You get something. Right. You know what I mean? You don't just get a quick up and down. That guy got a nice one all the way into Aints, but looked like he hurt his hip. Yeah. So, nice charging. You got Mahina, and I think that they'll let me know when we go down to her. So you guys let me know. That's our Mahina Maeda.
She was so excited. She just wanted to share, and she's amazing surfer in her own right, of course.
Big time. Good to have her. So, we got Mahina downstairs. Check it out. This guy just came out of one, and it looks like he might be on the injury list right now.
Hi, this is Mahina down here with Jose Gomez. I noticed that you came on the quad, and what happened to you?
One wave, good tube, saliendo del tubo, presión. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. El tubo me cayó encima y me comprimió el ligamento, lo estiró y lamentablemente ya no quiero dañar más mi rodillas.
Definitely a no bueno situation, and that's the only Spanish I really have. But are you going to be able to compete in the next heat?
Si clasifico, yeah. Emotion, no. Lamentable que haya pasado esto, pero pasa en el deporte. Pero feliz de estar aquí compartiendo, supercampeonato, compartir con mi hijo, con Sebastián, my son. So beautiful. Y estoy feliz.
We're going to these two.
Well, I'm glad that you're okay, and we have such an amazing team here in Hawaii. We have the Hawaiian Water Patrol and the amazing team up in the tower and stuff from Hui. So I hope you heal up, and hopefully we can get you back in the water soon. So back to you guys.
Isaiah, we back.
Unfortunate, we already starting off the day with an injury.
Yeah,
the Backdoor Shootout.
He said he was going again, huh? If he,
I think he said it. If he could, he would.
Yeah.
Which shows the warrior spirit that we have here at the Backdoor Shootout. We've seen a lot of warrior spirit here over the years.
Big time.
Haven't we, Ezra? Folks charging some of the massive types of waves.
Mm-hmm. But you also don't.
The stairs.
You just don't want to ruin your whole year pushing too hard. You know what I mean?
Look at this aloha right here.
Yep, that's how, bro. Get on my back. Who's that? Jay Tansley.
Yep.
Let's go He was soaking wet this morning. The guy, alpha beast, also took a huge wipeout. How we started last year, remember?
Yes.
He got into the longboard as an alternate and just took a huge wave. Made the wipeout real. But he is hammer. So what's up, guys? We are looking at our amazing final with 36-32 remaining on the clock. This is a jersey-less prestige contest designed to get our disciplines in the water.
Yeah, as we're saying, Ezra, one thing that's really cool about the Backdoor Shootout is, we celebrate all types of wave riding, and stand-up paddle is one of those diverse fields, and we have longboarding, and in the past we've had body surfing and other things, so we we definitely celebrate the diversity of wave riding vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
At the Backdoor Shootout, and a lot of that is aligned with the kind of the history and culture of Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
So most people know that he'enalu or surfing originates in Hawaii.
Yes, it does.
And but what a lot of people may not realize is that the diversity of wave riding was also a thing of our past.
Yeah.
So you can go to the Bishop Museum, for example, and they'll show you displays of different types of surfboards that are on exhibit, and they range from 15 feet long to about 12 inches long. We get the kind of handboard style to a variety of different ways of riding waves. And so we're celebrating that with the Backdoor Shootout and the different types of approaches to riding waves. And, this one to me looks the trickiest, to be honest.
Yeah.
We saw that wave where you had to abandon ship, but what do you do with the paddle?
I know.
Do you chuck it? Do you hold it?
You can break a rib on the paddle.
There's so much foam underneath you on the board, and so it makes it that much more tricky. And so these guys are doing a fantastic job surfing pipeline on, some different kind of equipment.
Yeah, they take it to that extremity. There is people in town just paddling around the Ala Moana Lagoon. That is one way. These things are great. Travelers, they also, in the rivers nowadays, they got the rafter guys, but these are the bonsai pipeline that take their stand-up paddles to the expert limit,
Right.
It seems like we're missing Mo Freitas this year. Shout out to you. I think you probably got to work Ehukai Tower, and I believe that is Clayton Everline, MD. Welcome back, buddy.
And you see here, the ride looks a little shorter than normal, and that's because
time.
of all the sand. So the beach is one incredible thing if you're unfamiliar with the North Shore and pipeline. Here we have some riders up and down, one going left.
We had no beach, Isaiah, last year, remember?
Right. Yeah, last year it was right up to the houses here.
Beaver Creek, take a look at it, Isaiah, because it might not be here on Saturday.
And that's the amazing thing. It just really is testament to the power or the mana of the ocean. Like right now we have about 100 yards of sand, and they've created this natural, what you referred to as the Beaver Creek, this pond here that just emerges. But all of this, tons and tons of sand, as you mentioned, with one big west swell, can all be gone.
Oh, yeah, Gandhis. The sand moves so frequently over here. And here we go. That was a good usage of getting over the wave without having a yard sail. That's when you use your paddle, your helmet.
It's like they're paddling to the same beat here.
So you guys are going to see him use the pivot on the tail, and this guy's just pretty much on fire. He's going to go for like a little under the lip. Wouldn't call it snappy. He did what he could with it.
Yeah, and as the swell rises, you'll see, hopefully some consistent sets, but they're trying to figure out which of the waves to pull the trigger on, because not all of them will barrel.
Yeah, and this is that guy's style, Anthony Maltese, last year's champion. Like, he's got that loaded up, low center of gravity, double grab, good usage of paddle, and I've been watching him collect hardware around the world. So, Anthony, you. And, we got some new sponsors this year. We got some new teams as well.
Oh,
It's a Billy Kemper team that was the North Shore boys, but mixed it in with two young bloods from the west side, Shell Diesel Passion and Kala De Soto. So.
All right, there's our replay. Look, he's looking for that barrel, trying to stall for it, but unfortunately doesn't come to fruition. But, we did see that last set had a lot of energy to it. Surfers pulling into closeouts, and so hopefully we'll get a make here shortly.
He's made his first one, and he's working on his second wave, so that is super exciting. But also, I really like his board design. I really loved what you were talking about last year. I asked you, how did the Hawaiians, did they have like a piece of wood where they had their measurements and stuff? Because there was so different, many types. And, that is like the beginning years of creation, and evolution.
Yeah, so a good friend of mine, Tom Stone, call him Pohaku.
Yeah.
And he was at the forefront of restoring the traditions of making papahe'enalu or surfboards, and also holua sleds. If you able to learn a little bit about that. We not only did we surf on the water, surfed on mountains too.
I know, one of the greatest scenes in Chief of War. I thought so. That's epic.
Wow, it's a pretty tight pack here. Look how they're all jockeying for position with the paddles. Really interesting to watch who ends up with this wave.
Maltese really looks like he's designed his board around his performance here at Pipeline. He looks like he's got a gun that's just, got a lot of volume on it in the stand-up specs of things. And MD, Clayton Everline, I believe. Good job, brother. Thank you for being here.
So, so back to your question of how would they make these boards. And so in Hawaiian custom and tradition, that the belief of things having mana or spiritual energy, wasn't just with people, but also with the aina. Aina meaning the earth and the land, and include the ocean as well. So, selecting the right tree was a process that would require some kahuna, and kahuna, I think Hollywood kind of has reinterpreted the term kahuna. You think, the big kahuna. Really, kahuna means somebody who's an expert in a certain area. So if you are a kahuna of surfboard making, you are kind of like one of the experts.
Gotcha.
Like your PhD, I suppose, would be the kahuna.
And know how to build things.
Right. And so you'd have folks who would know which is the right tree to select and to chop down. Here we go, backdoor rider. Oh, up in the lip. Woo! Little too high. You see the water was pulling him up the face.
That's
and wasn't able to come back
I
down.
believe.
Is that Zane? Okay.
Check his board. I'm
I
getting
think this
used
is
to.
Zane
Oh no,
right
this
here,
no
left.
helmet. You're right. He also did a pretty medieval switch stance on us last year. That was cool.
Oh, we've got.
Here we go. Maltese, the champ. Dude, he's got that low center of gravity. He's looking to go for the win again. Nice under the lip. I would call that a Larry layback because they put the paddle behind them to re-guide themselves. They can really lean on it.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out to the Spectrum gang downstairs. That got to be a good job. Yeah, I'm going to be at the Jerry Lopez Pipe House right now.
Yeah, best office.
Yeah, bro, the best office.
Yeah, so selecting the right materials. It's still today important. What kind of foam you use, what kind of materials. Same back in the day, but natural materials we'd be using. With wood, and then the different types of wood that they would use were important. Look at taking a look.
Bro, that was that.
Opt out of that one.
Yeah, he could have done what somebody did earlier and that airdrop off the lip.
Look at these sets, though. We are seeing this energy.
Let's see his technique to get through this thing. He doesn't seem like he's in a rush. Right over, up and over. I wanted to ask, have you heard any Mo'olelo stories? Yeah, well, so-and-so used this tree one time. That didn't work out at all.
Well,
there's stories like that.
Would talk about, you'd have, for example, some signs like birds and stuff that would help the kahuna select the right tree and so forth. We'll talk more about the event and these types of history and culture, and I'll be back shortly after this break. And stay with us. Mahalo.
The 2026 Hui Backdoor Shootout is brought to you by the proud members of Hui Nalu. Presented by Keiki Beach Bungalows, Welcome to Aloha. Sponsored by the North Shore Club, Dark Sport, Ade Tahiti, Integrative Peptides. Supported by Sinaloa, White Claw, and Saltwater Society. This live broadcast is produced by Zone Media, creators of Ocean Paddler TV, Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, and In the Zone.
You love water sports, and you want to look your best when you're paddling, or just hanging out. Ade Tahiti has just what a paddler needs. Long sleeve hoodies, tank tops, and women's Razorback tanks. Short sleeve shirts, gray cotton hoodies, and 100% cotton shirts for women and men. And cap it off with a custom Ade Tahiti cap. Get everything you need at shopoutrigger.com, your one-stop paddling shop.
Allow us to help you grow your events by reaching Hawaii's giant outdoor sports and ocean enthusiast demographic. Zone Media specializes in social media content production and distribution, drone and video production, cutting-edge live productions, and more. With over 25 years leading Hawaii's action sports market, give us a call at 808-343-3310.
Oahu here at Pipeline, Ehukai Beach Park. This is the Backdoor Shootout 2026, and so excited to be here with Ezra Rodriguez and be on the North Shore looking at the beautiful day that we have. We've had a lot of rain lately, so today is one of the first days we got the clouds parting and the colors popping, and it's a beautiful day here on the North Shore with a little bit of a rising swell. And we're going to provide you some great surf throughout the day. Here's what happened in this heat so far. A little replay during our break. Hunting for that barrel. Unable to find it. We've got Zane Sains here from Laie down the road.
He's on the
high
hunt.
School graduate. And again, searching for that shootout barrel. And we're here at Pipeline. Pipeline and Backdoor, those who are unfamiliar, basically the same wave, except Backdoor is what we call when you go to the right, when you're the surfer's right, looking at the screen to the left. And when the surfer goes to their left, to the right of our screen, that is called Pipeline. So we're looking for that shoot out of the barrel, and love that energy. We see that a lot at Pipeline. We call it the spit. The compression of the barrel has so much power that it just, spits out this massive water. And so the shootout we're referring to here is that what we're looking for, the high scores. Up in this event, you can get high scores past 10 even, 11s and 12s. So
you can't get 11 and 12, but it's got to be X factor, dropping down into the doldrums, just making it past the compression of the lip and then coming out sometimes after the spit.
Right.
You get to see guys coming up in Team Volcom, Balaram Stack, and Team Du Bois, guys like Kala Grace. I've also watched, it didn't count in the heat, Bethany Hamilton 2023. Shout out to our only Wahine in the event, Moana Wong Jones.
Oh, Moana, I can't remember his last year or the year before.
Her too.
Right after the horn. And it was like the wave of the event.
It was. The whole beach rumbled for her. So shout out to you. We're excited to see you. Team Volcom is always very consistent in this event.
Team Japan did awesome last year.
Oh, big time. But, we always say this on our commentary. Team Japan takes the lineup no matter what elements, just like Team Peru. And these guys bend and contort into some warbly ones. And Mac 10ing, 8s and 9s are great scores at this event.
I mean, over the years, we've got some incredible, memorable rides. One that stands out to me was from Team Japan a few years back, Keito Matsuoka.
Oh, yes.
And
yeah.
it was one of the heaviest pipeline waves in kind of, if you were to go back and review from Pipeline's history, just the how deep he was, how that wave it was like a 12-foot wave that was doubling up on and just spit. The spit was like a fire hose, and he somehow came out of that.
That was that one that just pushed out into gum, so much pressure.
We've had so many memorable ones. You talk about Kala Grace. He's scored some perfect above the 10-point ride.
Yes, he has.
As well. Also suffered some tragedy where he was knocked unconscious.
2023,
and
Hawaiian Water
Patrol definitely was they are the heroes of this event. They've saved lives literally in this event, saved multiple lives.
Yeah,
and we mahalo them.
That
for
was
all
a big
that
year because then we rolled right out of this house right into the eddy, like the big wave.
Right,
that happened as well. So there's a lot going on. I really like that view. You can see all the way to Mokulia, the back
really
mist. Yeah.
That is the tallest mountain range on the island of Oahu.
That's right.
Mount Ka'ala. And it's even eclipsing our screen right now. But,
hey, these guys was taking a break, Isaiah. A couple guys was laying down, and then you just seen Zane stand up and start taking the initiative paddle. I do know at stand-up paddling events, when you're in a hot dogging type of event, they tell you, hey, bro, don't lay down. No, you got to stand up. I mean,
really?
Yeah, but they've been standing up so long. They got a full hour.
Yeah, this is a final.
And we're going into 18 minutes, 39 seconds on the top left of your screen. If you guys are looking for jerseys and names, well, this is a prestige event. We don't have that. We are just getting our guys. They usually surf 2 times in a row. We have 2 finals.
Team Peru in the house.
Peru.
These guys
Good
have
to
also
see you guys.
had some really strong showings at
Big
the
time.
Backdoor Shootout.
I love it. And then the Kine is out of injury, too. And they're here.
Gabriel Villerin has been a standout.
Yep. Olivero.
So many.
Joaquin,
Cristobal
Alonso.
Yeah. Their team has been.
Cristobal, I think he just had a birthday. And you got their alternate Bastien Pierce and Noah DeCole.
Yeah, the team format at the Backdoor Shootout is a unique one. Something that's, celebrates the camaraderie. So when you're in the heats, typically you're not competing against each other. However, this stand-up final is the exception. These folks are not in the team category. They're surfing against one another. And that's why you could see when the waves come in, they're all standing up, they're really battling for their waves. Whereas I think in the team categories, there's a bit more, communication and understanding. You get the next one, that kind of a thing.
They get to surf 6 to 7 times in certain events, with the elements providing.
Right.
But I really like watching it grow from our Duke specialty event with the stand-up and the longboarders, and then we go into the main event, which I'm not too sure about this, but it's looking like Saturday and a beautiful weekend.
Right.
And here we go. The dock. Ooh, that thing. I almost thought he was just going to just blow tail on the hood of the coping. But, even though Pipeline's small and close to shore, it looks that way. But then there is definite sets. I've seen some stackers today.
And that's what makes Pipeline such a spectator wave. There's so much energy and so close to shore. So if you haven't had a chance to watch an event in person, I highly recommend it.
Taking a predatory
here's a backdoor wave.
Oh, I almost thought that was Kai Lenny really quick with the style.
Like
a little bit, yeah. Shout out to you. We know you like to, you've been doing some amazing longboarding, stand-up paddling, kite surfing.
Yeah,
one of our premier
diversity.
shortboards. Yeah, diverse.
Yeah.
Very diverse.
Yeah, you can see, like we were talking about, just the proximity of the wave to the surfer. It's
Baga is
really
close.
amazing.
Yeah.
And
50-yard line almost, right?
Here we go.
But intense. Maltese is just, he knows it's a final. He's surfing like it is one. Breaks the fire hose loose on that one. I believe he's riding a quad setup. And, yeah, we'll take a look at some highlights from last year.
Yeah, last year was a smoker.
2025 is in the past, gang, but let's just take a quick little look-see. See, he's got helmet there with his.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
And he was on a tear.
Some late drops. That's what Pipeline's all about. That square barrel, getting under it. Whew.
St. Zane's put on a show. Him and Anthony Maltese. Oh, Jose. He took a big wipeout last year, too, bro. That little one twist my hip. That was Maltese, I believe, again. No, this is him, last year's champion, and he's on a tear right now in this final. There you go. That's what won him the final.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like he's leading our pack today, too.
Yeah, nothing like getting your tail blasted by the exit at Pipeline. He had to readjust, shove the hip out a little bit. See, these guys' boards are sinking. I got to say, they're about 7'2", 7'6", maybe the biggest board. I think MD, Clayton Everline's got one of the biggest stand-up boards. Right. Jose looked to be like on a 8-0. Jose Gomez is the father of Sebastian Gomez, an actual world champion on the Stand-Up World Tour. Good to hear that thing is still going.
Wow, father-son combo.
Yeah, big time, man. And shout out to the Napoleons. I remember Riggs Napoleon here, but also Aaron was on a big forefront movement. A lot of people left their disciplines, canoe paddling, and they went on this stand-up tour, and they put on a great show as they had some events at Teotihuacan, in Spain, France. But
It really also speaks to the healthy nature of our ocean sports.
Yeah.
You know, like to have generations of surfers that are still competing with each other. It really speaks to the healthiness of our sport. And so I love that.
Time. Bro, you know, as we get older, bro, we are forever Groms. You know, you get that call. I like team format surfing more, you know. Less pressure, but you got to think about it. These teams, out of all the 8 teams with 5 guys a team, they're competing against everybody for that individual covenant title. And what, 55 grand? You kidding me?
Yeah, and the beauty, I mean, Ezra, you're also a father. We have kids, and you get to the age where you sign them up for sports and things like that.
Yep.
And getting your kids into ocean sports or surfing in particular, such a healthy thing, because you think of like all the time and money you invest in, say, like volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then when it's done, it's kind of done. Like
it is.
You don't really play volleyball.
Kids like to jump into so much. I call it the glitch generator. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. But all in all these things, when you sign your kid up for too many things, and parents, you're gonna feel this one. Sometimes all the dates just line up. And who is kicking and screaming off the beach? You are. You know what I mean? I got this, and then I got that.
Right.
It's true.
But surfing, speaking of it, like the longevity of it, like you can have a grandpa in the water still surfing.
Big time.
And
you
don't really need to pay fees or organized.
Word of advice: you want to age fast, don't take a break. You know, I mean, if you take a slight break from surfing and make excuses, I feel that's the worst thing for you. You know, you start leaving Never Neverland real fast. There's Makamai de Soto and Frederick Hui.
There we go. Got the longboards coming up next.
They in the finals together. They just found out, so they're not going to talk to each other right now. They got 10-yard separation. No, in the most aloha way. They're just watching.
Business, no.
No, they're just watermen just watching their thing. Both two quiet dudes anyways. 11:19 remaining.
Yeah. Little geography here. The island of Oahu is made up of 2 different volcanic mountain ranges. You can see in the distance Mount Ka'ala, which is the Waianae mountain range. And then right here we're looking at the beach here. It's kind of the beginning of Ko'olauloa, which is the Ko'olau mountain range that stretches from the North Shore all the way down to Sandy Beach. So if you think of our island as being comprised of 2 different mountain ranges, and in the middle, you have Mililani and
But then what is that a rarity where we got Diamond Head, Cocoa Head, and Punch Bowl all lined up together?
Yeah, those are kind of unique anomalies that have, kind of are here
not seen other places, huh?
Well, no, I mean they're. I'm not a geologist or geographer, but yeah, those Diamond Head used to kind of was a volcanic that the top blew off essentially, but I don't know if it's part of the Ko'olau Range or not. Apologize for not knowing the specific
no worries,
answers to that,
but I did not know that one carries to Sandy's just all the way. Very subtleties.
All the Waimanalo, that is all. That's Ko'olau Poko, which is the lower half of the Ko'olau Mountain Range. Ko'olau Loa is the northern North Shore part of it.
I mean, they look so different when you're standing. You know what I mean? The mountain ranges have their different etched. You know what I mean? Different vibe when you stand next to it. Pretty interesting.
So beautiful island. We're getting some drone shots of all that sand we're talking about there. Got like a football field's worth of sand on the beach that can be here one day, and then the next day it's all gone.
That's going to be gone. Someone peed in the creek already, though. I think things like diminishing a little bit. There's our setup.
This is where we are. This is us. You got the judges stand between the flags there. The Hui Water Patrol down there checking in, and we are in the Volcom House right there on the left, the third story house.
See
there,
the lights?
3 stories.
There we are. Thank you.
I have a pretty nice office at the university where I work,
bet you
but
do.
It does not compete with this one.
Hey, so right now, you have a class full of students. What are they doing? Are they watching us on TV right now? Is that the project today? Watch the Backdoor Shootout? And get this amazing history from Isaiah.
I actually taught I had a class this morning at 8 o'clock this morning at the university.
Good.
I'm a history professor by training, but for the last 5 years I've been in administration, so I haven't been teaching as much. But we created a class for all of the incoming freshmen, just a university success course to help students to, oh, here we go. Right her up. Our doctor here.
Yes. Clayton. Oh, nose pick with, I hope he didn't get bashed over the head with his stand-up paddle. Boom, where he stay? Boom, right there. No helmet. Oh, almost thought he lost his helmet for a second. Watch him recover. Little replay of this wave.
Replay this wipeout. Oh, that front nose. That's the difficult thing about riding a stand-up in a very, tight pocketed wave
he's
like
in the
pipeline.
sandbar. The thing breathed on him too, so he hit toe edge real quick over the invisible handlebars, we like to call it.
That's why riding longer boards at pipeline is tricky.
Yeah.
Right? And we'll see the longboard division. Those boards are probably 9 foot long.
Yeah.
And
I know you and your sons are shortboarders, but you guys get longboard action coming from the Big Island. It's all in your DNA.
Right. My oldest son rides a longboard primarily.
Yeah.
Kahia is our oldest. Makani is our second. He's mostly shortboarding, but yeah, a lot of different types of boards to ride out there. We're seeing them on the beach.
I really like just recently watching one of a young Hui gentleman, Ulu boy, riding his Alaya, and it looked like a pretty big one. Talking to Pomai Ho'opili, that's usually in the stand-up, choosing to do the longboard in this one, he was talking about making himself a 9-foot Alaya. I mean, those things, it looked like Ulu boy had a longer one, maybe at 7 foot, but interesting.
Yeah, a lot of different types of
who we got? We got Noah Pu'u. One of our youngest, Melvin Pu'u, in the house. What's up, gang? And the young man getting invited this year, surfing good, but also getting the life-saving award at the Duke Kahanamoku Foundation at Outrigger. So he's a young junior lifeguard in training, rides the ski with dad, and just absorbs. Who we got here? Looks like his brother's joining him. Shaka Pu'u. So their first backdoor shootouts. Looks
some
like
handsome dudes,
yeah,
too.
handsome dudes.
It's like one of those Hawaii calendars or something.
Look at these Kanaka. There they go, man. And out there with them would be Ha'a Foster Bloomfield. An amazing longboarder. You guys may know him from Hawaiian Water Patrol. His dad also, one of my older brothers, like Kavika Foster, part of the Hawaiian Water Patrol, but an amazing high-performance longboarder. It's instilled in their DNA. They ride everything, but, they have amazing longboard background. That's Noah Bubba Pu'u and Makamaida Soto in the black long-sleeve jersey. And they're going to take the lineup. 1 hour final, brah.
Oh, wow.
Brah.
At Pipeline. By yourselves.
Yeah, by
That's
yourselves.
what the backdoor shootout's all about.
Right? And then you get into the shortboard, and these guys get to see just massive pipeline, perfect pipeline, unruly. I've sat here with you some years. Jamie O'Brien and certain guys, like iconic, were working so hard. They had to take one from Ross Clark Jones, and that's just Hellman kind of stuff to get back out there and get a barrel. After all that lickings.
Backdoor shootout,
oh, she
surfers.
get balance. Look, she's practicing the stand-up paddle
The stand-up,
technique.
got it. The wind blowing her.
Oh, look, her
she's
friends.
figured out how to use it. Whoa.
Oh, the learning curve, guys, right there going down. That would be a good balancing thing when the Beaver Creek is there. You put some flotation thing and see, like how people do the logging sport. One guy on each side, I mean, probably help with your balance.
For sure.
There's so much that goes with surfing, Harnessing the Pacific, but paddling, nobody knows. Like, it looks like a beautiful day to just paddle
flat,
out, but there's current, there's things. That feel different under your board.
It is. I mean, it is pretty tame today compared to our typical days at the backdoor shootout. And as you said, Ezra, there's a big swell on the wave this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, waves are the ocean will look quite different. And you see spectators sitting on the sand, looking all comfortable. How many times have we seen beach blankets and purses and children,
thick
get
water sweeping over there? Yeah, you got to watch your things, man. You don't want to, go to YouTube and listen to Adam Sandler's rap song, Phone, Wallet, Keys. It's actually pretty funny. A lot of people have been involved in that. The sand can just take your things real quick.
Especially here on the North Shore.
And it won't give it back.
Swell, yeah.
But the lifeguards with the metal detectors, they'll find something like a year later. Like, it's amazing. These guys know how to pick through the beach.
Oh, it's a great
Thank you
bird's
to
eye
all
view.
Oh, yeah.
The drone there, you can see that pond there. It's just the natural as the sand moves around and water makes its way into that creek there.
I wanted to say, I've never seen it happen before on a small scale. Like when Waimea River breaks open, we watched Beaver Creek break open into pipeline, and it made this mini artificial wave, like the size of the plant on the table. It was cool. And then it kind of just swept in. But, yeah, you guys, if you guys want to come out and join us, it's always good to watch it live. We got people watching in the houses, watching off their balcony. Shout out to all you amazing watermen and water wahine, because we are all connected by the oceans here, guys. And thank you guys for tuning in around the world. I know a lot of you guys diehard backdoor shootout. We wait every year to start our year out like this.
Yep, here on the North Shore of Oahu. It's beautiful. Wednesday. Got some nice, this is what we call the kamoa'e. Kamoa'e is our trade winds that predominantly our trade winds come from the east-northeast. So it's blowing from the Kahuku Point area towards us on the North Shore here, towards Ka'ena Point. See on the background.
Oh, it really got I kind of like it like this. Like, everybody loves it glassy. It's beautiful, but a little bit of texture feels good under your fins, right?
And you can always tell that the coconut trees are the best indicators of where the wind's blowing and how strong it's blowing. And so we have that for us that we can read the signs. Here we go.
Wow.
Backdoor.
Wow, getting jivey with it. I like that.
Hiya.
Oh, brah, punching it. Like, I'm not going to get barreled, so I'm going to throw down a 3-turn combo. Smart. Smart. A little late at 47 seconds. I feel that I got to go back in my memory. That is his best ride of the heat. He has a slender, I would give it a 2.5, 3.5 on his other wave. So,
last
for title,
last effort here.
31
seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Is this wave gonna make it here in the next 20 seconds? Looks like Zane is out there hunting these.
Zane's to take the title away from Anthony Maltese that has been covered up 3 times in this heat would be, a great comeback right now.
Yeah, and Zane, awesome surfer. Young, he's the youngest one in this
Yes,
heat.
MD, let's go. Standing up. Way to charge it. He would have loved to stay connected, but he was already doing the lift off into the barrel. Stand up too tall today, can get lipped in the head, but this guy had a fun session with all 6 candidates out there. Jose Gomez currently came in, looked like he just got axed in the shoulder and the hip. Anthony Maltese already with 3 stunning ones for what it has on offer. Zane's really close in the top 3 talk, but needs a stronger second ride. Clayton Everline MD with some beautiful waves, but unfinished. Max Torres with a really good wave in the beginning, and Sebastian Gomez with that beautiful 3-turn combination to the inside, looking to captivate a second ride to change the dynamic here.
Now, coming up next is our longboard final.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this beautiful pull away.
See them waiting in the channel.
Look at off the wall. It's just all white water on the inside of them, so they got to wait for that inside to clean up.
Yeah, so
there's Maltese.
I don't know if they added a little extra time to the clock or if we're in pause right now for this heat.
What do you reckon? We were 30 seconds counting down, yeah? Possibility. Hey, our Uncle Eddie Rothman can be very generous. He wants people not to sit on the bench, get an equal opportunity, get out in the water and have an absolute blast underneath the format created. This Duke Kahanamoku specialty event, it's like usually round robin. We have 2 finals for you guys today, and then we're going to take a look at the waves and assess it. We talked to all our nephews and amazing athletes in the event. Billy Kemper was one of them this morning, picking it apart. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And, when all these guys show up here at the house, John Florence, Landon McNamara, Kona Oliveira, Gabriel Villarin, Team Peru, all these guys show up and they start talking, and then the people that are free surfing, Isaiah, if they get totally barreled, we're on. That morning session? Jake Bake's like that. Here's the countdown.
And
good
that's
job.
The end of that heat.
Yeah, Iolani Adams running the beach mic. And Isaiah.
The race is on.
It is.
All right. Well, as we get this next heat started, we're going to go to break and stay with us. We'll have the exciting longboard final here at the Backdoor Shootout.
An hour of it. Let's go. The 2026 Hui Backdoor Shootout is brought to you by the proud members of Hui Ohe'e Nalu. Presented by Keiki Beach Bungalows, Welcome to Aloha. Sponsored by the North Shore Club, Dark Sport, Are Tahiti, Integrative Peptides. Supported by Sinaloa, White Claw, and Saltwater Society. This live broadcast is produced by Zone Media, creators of Ocean Paddler TV, Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, and In the Zone.
magical thing when you surf pipeline. If I'm just not thinking and everything inside of me, my intuition and the wave and I'm just connected, like naturally connected, then that's the wave.
Just kind of it starts getting better and better and better year after year. The longer you surf pipeline, the better waves you get.
For me, surfing pipe is number one, the crowd, and then number two, like in the back of my mind, like doubting myself. Am I gonna fall on this wave? Am I gonna hit my head? And I wish that my mind would just be clear, and then it would be a lot easier.
You're just like being caressed by pipeline at the very best. I don't think you ever master it.
Allow us to help you grow your events by reaching Hawaii's giant outdoor sports and ocean enthusiast demographic. Zone Media specializes in social media content production and distribution, drone and video production, cutting-edge live productions, and more. With over 25 years leading Hawaii's action sports market, give us a call at 808-343-3310.
Isaiah Walker, Professor Isaiah Walker, and that was Ha'a Foster Bloomfield. Yeah. First blood on the longboard.
Yeah, Ha'a, that was sick.
Yeah, that was sick.
Got a barrel right when we came back from our break, pulled into that tube. As you were mentioning earlier, the Foster Bloomfield family does a lot of our water patrol. So he's a lot of these guys, in fact, Pomai Ho'opili and the Fosters and others, they're kind of part-time on the beach and on the ski, and then now they're in the event. So a real
they're wild too. You never want to score them in your heat. You know what I mean? They also have plenty of endurance and stamina. They'll make it out to the point before you, and then you're like, do I really need that out there? And here we go.
Let's see what happened during the break. This is Pomai Ho'opili.
Yeah, getting the job done on a small, but it's a contest. Scooter boy. That was cool. And his fellow brother answering back there. He's got a strong backside barrel ride. You can tell these guys are just getting, their good mornings out. Makamai DeSoto in the black long sleeve, going to do a prone paddle. That's when you're poker facing the gang and just, I'm just sliding into position a little bit deeper than all of you. It's all good, man.
Just checking it out.
That's how it is. It's how you do it. You know what I mean? Because we all have those surfers in our life that, you can get under their thumbnail right there and they can't surf. Right. Competing is very interesting. But at this level and at the Hui Backdoor Shootout, it's like something that you see at the Eddy. Respect for one another, brotherhood. I would say sisterhood, but we only get one sister with all her brothers. Moana Wong coming up later in the team main event. This is the premier Duke Specialty Longboard event. And Isaiah, like we were talking about board design, what is one of the first, into that longboard era? Because, like we talked before, Prince Kohio, I would learn that the Alaya was more of the blue-collar board, right? Or
it just depend, similar to us.
Or were they hot doggers when he went traveling with his sister? Was he considered that?
A good point. So you're referring to Prince Jonah Kohio. Yeah. He had a cousin named Kaiulani, and she was a surfer as well. When he
really
went,
good too. Yeah,
she was a really good surfer for sure. But him and his two brothers, They went to school in San Mateo County near Santa Cruz, and while they were up there, they surfed, and they had an exhibition where they basically put on an event where people came down, the local newspaper came down, and everybody was intrigued by these Hawaiian princesses and their ability to hit inalu or to ride waves. So that is one of the first stories that we have of surfing in California, and
the first.
So
huh?
so they rode a bunch of different boards, Olo boards with the long ones, and so we're in the longboard heat right now. But I think we have Mahina down on the beach with someone from our last heat in the stand-up division.
Hi everyone, this is Mahina down here at the Backdoor Shootout, and I have Max Torres. Congratulations, that was an amazing performance that you put out there. Can you just explain to us what your mindset was and the waves that you caught out there today?
Yeah, so the waves were fun. It wasn't the best, but we did the best out of it. I snuck some rights and backdoor, so that was fun, and some lefts, so yeah.
You're from Puerto Rico, and what was your training regimen going into it? Is there any similar waves in Puerto Rico?
So right now it's the same season as Hawaii. We have waves right now, so it's been pumping the last few weeks. So there's a wave called backdoor back home, and just charging there.
Well, you had such a great performance out there, and honestly, probably one of the best 1 hour. So congratulations, an amazing performance out there. And do you have anything else to say to the viewers or any of the family members that you have supporting back in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, thank you so much. Stay tuned. The next stage is going to be epic. And what's up, all the fam back home?
Okay, thank you guys, and back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Mahina.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Exciting to see some young guys out there. Max Torres, just heard from, 23 years old.
Yeah, look, Shaka. Morning session. Borrow his friend's board at the Chandler house. Yeah, Shaka Pu'u. I'll watch this kid grow up at Makaha, man. From shoulder hopper to just giant Kanaka boy. Loves to bodyboard, short board.
What's he going to do here?
He's going to. This is a beautiful thing of our young nephew getting a ball of whitewater on his head. Backdoor, bro. You got another one.
Oh.
With the longboard, too, Anna Leash. Here we go. Nice backside stees. Noah, back-to-back.
So there's brothers in this heat, Noah and Shaka. They're both Mel Pu'u's kids.
Yes.
All right.
It's awesome. Good to see them here and getting their feet in the wax here at Bonsai Pipeline. Out there with them, Kaivi, Barry.
Oh, here's a set.
Pomai Ho'apili is going to let it go. Makamai's deeper.
Makamai.
Makamai. Oh, a little bit soul arch. Gets up in there. Wow, Isaiah. Tube riding isn't easy, especially on a 9-foot board, but he had control right to that last minute. He could have etched it a little bit more. Makamai.
That's a little jockeying for position on that one. You see both Pomai
excited.
and Makamai.
You know why? I have a steel trap memory. He watched, our nephew Kalad de Soto just get into that set wave. You know what I mean? Last year. So they're going to take, zoning out at Bonsai Pipeline, staying busy is what you want to do. You don't want to get caught waiting too long, huh? So, still early.
So with these events, the person closest to the breaking, the peak of the wave gets priority. We don't have priority in this heat. Some events you'll have surfers that have taking turns through the priority system, but not this one. We have up here, right up and riding.
Pili, Hawaiian Water Patrol, off the bottom, into the hood. Oh, he had some of his Alaya style on that. Traveling fast, but riding the wave to, its max.
Yeah, Pomai is a really good surfer, longboarder, stand-up paddle, ocean safety, works with the Hawaiian Water Patrol.
Practices his culture a lot. I love
it.
Yeah. I love his energy, though. He's also one of our heavy competitors. He jumps in the boat with Bunga Perkins. Where are you at, Bunga? Shout out to you. Oh, Shaka Pu'u. I'm proud of you, man. Hey, but shout out to all our longboard ohana, Ethan Harbson tuning in Australia. Shout out to Harley Ingleby. What's up, my bro? My Thunderbolt ohana. Guys tuning in. And, yeah.
It's giving the shock who's like just got caught inside at backdoor. Maybe he's doing the run around here.
I mean, this kid surfs all day long at Makaha, comes out on different boards every hour.
That is one of the surfers' worst nightmares, right? Like,
big time.
Especially at a place like Backdoor.
Yeah. You could be trained up. Oh.
Yeah, Backdoor is basically a closeout. I mean, you get guys that know how to, like, punch out what we call the doggy door.
Yeah.
But that just means that the wave typically breaks so fast that it's a lot of these waves look like closeouts. And so when you kick out of Backdoor, there's no real channel.
No.
Right? So
no, you get compressed, and then you got to rush, and then you get stuck in aints. All that stuff exhaustions everything that you thought you were going to do. But, that's as surfers, we try not to make those mistakes.
And it's shallow in there, too.
It is.
I mean, I guess the nicer thing about Backdoor, even though it's shallower, the reef is flatter than, say, on the left where it's a bit more, caves and crevices and uneven.
Famous for nicking your ankles, you know what I mean? But in the heat of the moment, it doesn't hurt until you actually go home and rest, you know what I mean? Yeah, but there is a lot of sand over towards the pipeline area. As you can see right on our screen, these guys are about 50 yards out. There is big overhead waves that come in, but they look like they're in the shore break.
Yep.
And thank you to all you spectators coming down. Sir, you guys get some front row seats in front of Beaver Creek.
So longboard, typically that means, what, Ezra, 9 feet and
9
over?
9 feet, yeah. So, there's the high-performance side of longboard, and then there's the traditional side of longboarding. I like to say I kind of stand where both can live under one roof. It's the day. A lot of surfers say you use the certain board for the certain day.
Right.
But a lot of Polynesians here in Hawaii can ride a single fin, duck dive a 9.4 and a 9.6, nose ride it good, do power turns on it. I mean, honestly, when you get to the age that I am at, it's like pour your feelings out into the wave. Don't judge. That's why a lot of my brothers ride Alaya, because it's their own thing. You know what I mean? Ulu Boy will explain that. But, I'm love high-performance longboarding, but I admire the traditional side.
Right.
Being on Thunderbolt, we have both, all spectrums,
And you'd ask earlier, like, what's the evolution of the longboard? I guess you'd say, like, the Olo board in Hawaii, Old Hawaii. Olo were the really long ones.
Okay.
That could be, like, 15 feet long.
Wow.
Even some situations, some cases.
That's killer. I would ride that one at Kahana Bay.
Oh, yeah.
That is a humbling thing when you go with Pahaku Stone. I heard you guys go get the tree, and then you get it down in the mountain, and then there's so much process, but for something so unique and special.
And we were talking about that, too, how in traditional days, how would you select? Sometimes if a tree were to fall after a storm, it was like self-selecting.
Well, I'm a carpenter, not a board builder, but I admire it. I leave that to the experts. But do they even look at the wood grain, like the crowning and
Exactly.
This will make a better bottom? But if it's smiling up, what is there's so much.
And that's where, we talk to Pohaku who makes makes Papahe and Nalu or surfboards. He does say that. He says the wood kind of tells your job is to sort of discover what's in there.
Yeah, no, but like you said last year, I love when you talk about the surfers that actually shape, like Clark Abbey. That's we're in memory of Duke, but then that's all. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's like some real hardcore surfer stuff. Like to me, like how you said Big Kahuna, how it gets Hollywood glorified. I look at like that is a real Kahuna, somebody that can shape their board and pass down.
For sure.
Technique, but also experience. Experience is everything.
Yeah. And you're right. So a lot of surfers would make their own boards. In old times in Old Hawaii, surfboards had an identity. Like the boards would have name. Like you'd name that board, and especially if it was a special board to one of the like high-ranking chiefs, that board was often kapu or had a very sacredness to it. And so it's kind of cool. Even today, you get a new surfboard. We just had Christmas. I'm sure
so excited. Did you get a new surfboard?
I did, actually.
I didn't. I'm real hurt feelings, by the way.
I did get a new board, but so that that exciting feeling when you have this kind of relationship with it, when you pick it up and you feel some sort of energy and connection to it, and
big time. I love my surfboards. Yeah, but
So I think it's similar, in Old Hawaii, it really was even more of that, because you really, especially with something that's made from wood and it's natural in its environment, you get that kind of real connection to the board.
I wanted to ask, do you have a favorite board or a shaper from the ancient Hawaiian days? I wanted to ask. Pull my Hana Ho. Following it up, it is a final. He does get a shampoo. He gets the leash out of the toe. There's nothing like that thing in your toe, you know what I mean? But he started off the event with a scooter boy. A barrel. There it is again on the reverb at pipe. Let's go. Boom, onto the shore. Wow, nice sweeping cutback. Shout out Uncle Terry and all you cowboys. Unreal.
Let's flash back to the 80s and 90s. You want to ride the wave all the way to the sand.
You know it, yeah?
Oh, it's pulling in.
Nice.
One of the Pu'u boys.
Bubba Pu'u, Noah. Unreal. I like the whole different dynamic. The young boys. Ooh, Shaka taking a look. Bro, they love home, bro. It's rare they leave Makaha, so I'm like super stoked to see them.
Yeah, so back to your question of like favorite shapers or board makers and so forth. I mean, the beauty of Hawaii and the North Shore in particular, we have such a genealogy of
But do
shapers.
you have something that you admire with Uncle Tom Puaku Stone? Like, that board in particular from the day. That blows your mind.
Yeah, he had one of the early boards that he made was made from wili wili wood, and wili wili is like a native wood that's lighter.
Lighter.
It's very light and floats a bit more. And so that was one of my favorites. Let's see some of this action. Pull my stalling, getting a little covered right there.
Plenty style. Longboards move fast. I believe he's riding his Bernhardt too. Bubba Pu'u with the cover up. That might factor in too. Kid's been studying. Love it. But not to jump into different questions. I've been salivating on asking you this. Like, I know they use, certain stones and stuff. What is another kind of acquired sandpaper from the ancient Hawaiian days to rub the wood that would just be kind of mind-boggling for viewers? Like, huh?
So that, you'd have... honestly, I'm not a carpenter.
Any leaf that they would put down and there's
I know most. There's a lot of different saps and oils that you would use after it was finished. Right. So kukui, for example, is a nut in Hawaii that you'll see a lot of leis that are made out of kukui, the black nut. There's an oil inside of it. In fact, kukui in Hawaiian also refers to light or lantern or lamp.
Yeah. I would figure they would use that.
Because you could burn the oil, and the kukui would be like a light that you could...
How did you guys make the rails back then, though? Like, just with their stone chisels?
So you have different types of tools from adzes, which is, so you get ko'i, we call them, where you have, these different kind of chisels. That was primarily what you do, a lot of the carving, and even today you have a lot of carvers that still carve in Hawaii and throughout the Pacific.
It's a lot of work, though, taking down the stuff.
Look at this
Freddie
one.
Hui,
Standing
Big Island
tall.
in the house.
Ew.
Nice. Freddie, one of our Huio He'inalu members.
That's one of the nicest ones of the morning. Here we go.
Pomai
pulling in.
Beautiful. Would have loved to slow down a bit, but the score was on there. He's going to go for the float. Little rock and roll tail drop with hair whip. Oh, now bring it, baby.
Doing the Instagram Indonesian kid.
Let's go. That was cool. Ha-ah, yes. No grab rail.
All right.
Oh, in the heat of the moment, bro. There's some things
Waves
happening.
are turning on.
I'm thinking that we're missing last year's
go.
champ. Oh yeah, let's go, Bubba. Wing spread. You see, young kid figuring it out. I love it. And then look at Shaka. What is he gonna do, Shaka?
Makamai is looking at this one.
Yeah, Makamai got a good one already. A no make, but a traveler.
Pleasing the crowd with that Hail Mary there.
Gosh, that's cool. Here we go. Shaka Pu'u taking a dig. Ooh, don't stay up there too long, kiddo. Beautiful. Nice flying, by the way, by Zone Media.
That backdoor wave by Freddie, Hui, that was one of the nicest waves
I know.
all morning.
I would like to see the replay of that when they pull it up. 37:52 remaining on the heat.
A lot of steez and his standing up straight.
Yeah. That's one Hui, bro. This guy's one humble guy. He usually visits us, but you know what? He's also a daddy bear. He had to take him and his wife, take the 3 kids up to Japan for the art of jiu-jitsu.
Pomai.
Yep,
he's been busy this heat, working hard.
Huh? Look.
There it is.
Yeah. That kid wouldn't be able to stand on the board, bro. He'd fall. You know what I mean?
Oh, trying to get under that.
That was nice, you know.
There's the Hail Mary.
You know, Bubba Pu'u, his dad was, one of the best during the Russ K days, He would not just tour with the Hawaiian Water Patrol and watch over us, but he was also a guy that would put on a jersey and had a mean backside attack coming from Makaha.
That was a flurry. Almost all of our surfers got waves on that last exchange of waves.
Because, as a surfer, when you don't really, you know what I mean? Pipeline could do that to you. You get a half a wave, you know what I mean? The heat's over. You usually get another chance, but this year we're straight into the final with Noah Pu'u with 2 good ones already and a closeout. Ka'ivi Berry.
Is he in the heat?
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for him. He might be shopping. Pomai Ho'opili with 2 beautiful scores. Ha'a Foster looking to clean up a second score to make it dynamic. Makamai DeSoto with a no-make traveler looking to strengthen that. And Frederick Hui with a make at backdoor. So, hey, it's really up in the air with 36:02 left in the heat. That's 3 amateur heats right there. These guys got a lot of time. Yes.
Conversation about surfboard making, the evolution of the surfboard, and how it went from traditional wood boards to looking at the original surfers here, whales.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Right there. Send us some more swell. Get your friends involved. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, waving to us. At the beginning of whale season.
That's right, huh?
Well, saying aloha to us.
I wonder if we could hear them echoing off. I mean, usually when you put your head underwater during whale season, you can hear their beautiful songs.
They love hanging out at the 3rd reef at Pipeline. It seems like every year they're just chilling out there at Pipeline.
Yeah, but Saturday they're going to have to move a little further out, huh?
Yeah, beautiful humpback whales. In Hawaii, we have humpback whales that we call kohola, and we honor the kohola.
Look at these guys all stoked talking about their barrels. I like when everybody's getting waves, you know what I mean? Some people need to strengthen the waves, but this is what it's all about, the camaraderie, the aloha, the respect. Oh, look at my brother Makamai. He looks really focused, yeah? No noise. Oh, look, he's cracking a smile.
Yeah, they're all talking story. Makamai's kind of in the zone over there.
Yeah, he is, because he knows he needs a second wave. So, like I said earlier, bro, it's nothing like poker facing your friends. I'm just busy right now over here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit and then back to focus.
He's jumping in the conversation now.
I bet you if you started to move 10
yards.
yards.
Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wow. Getting jealous of the...
Wow, look at that.
This
beautiful
shot.
Zone Media. You can see his color on his fin there.
Yep.
That's nice. I wonder how deep it is out there, Isaiah. Last week, Saturday, I got to go out 400 feet deep with Haleiwa Shark Tours. Thank you, guys. It was 10-foot surf, right? You could still feel it out there in the cage.
Wow.
Yeah. So, hey, you guys, we always teach you never turn your back to the ocean, but I'll tell you right now, the ocean is an amazing place.
Yeah, we get the humpback whales come from colder climates up toward Alaska and Pacific Northwest and come down here during the winter season to grace us. And Kohola, actually there's one of Hawaii's most famous heiau. It's called, is named after Kohola.
Okay.
On
Where?
the Big Island
Okay.
in Kauai.
Okay.
So Kamehameha built that heiau in at the in the middle of his campaign to unite the islands. And,
wow.
And so, it's kind of shaped like a whale.
Really?
Kauai. So beautiful honoring of our kohola that have been coming to us in Hawaii for a very long time.
Wow. Sure.
All right, look at that with her baby. So beautiful, mom and child. Lovely North Shore footage here at the Backdoor Shootout. We're going to go to break, and we'll be back with more action in our longboard final.
Nalu. Presented by Keiki Beach Bungalows, Welcome to Aloha. Sponsored by the North Shore Club, Dark Sport, Are Tahiti, Integrative Peptides. Supported by Sinaloa, White Claw, and Saltwater Society. This live broadcast is produced by Zone Media, creators of Ocean Paddler TV, Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, and In the Zone.
Allow us to help you grow your events by reaching Hawaii's giant outdoor sports and ocean enthusiast demographic. Zone Media specializes in social media content production and distribution, drone and video production, cutting-edge live productions, and more. With over 25 years leading Hawaii's action sports market, give us a call at 808-343-3310.
Welcome back. My name is Ezra Rodriguez, sitting here with Isaiah Walker on this beautiful pipeline with a side of backdoor longboard final. Isaiah, how you doing?
Awesome. Yeah, it's beautiful days. You can see all the kids on the beach.
Oh, that's like a sand slide. Me and you would be sand sliding across Beaver Creek onto the other side. Here we go.
Surfers paddling, looking at this one. Because it got
Freddie.
Oh.
Oh. You know, that was with 28:30 left, he has a lot of time. But, you know, that would have been just great to get your second wave, and then you can sit out there a little bit more relaxed because he does have a backdoor make.
Yeah, he has one of the best waves of this final. He pulled into a wave, on a backdoor wave.
And you guys think it's small. This guy's about 6'2", 6'3", took a giant breath and went under. You know? Ooh, Maka.
Yeah, look, I mean, with the longboard, it's harder to stay up in that pocket, and unfortunately wasn't able to get in that barrel. But as you said, Ezra, 28 minutes left.
Yeah,
is a lot of time.
Yeah. But you know, you can never manipulate Mother Ocean. You just got to wait for her to dance nicely with you, you know. You can move around. You can go shopping. A lot of people don't understand. Waves don't just come to you. You got to move around a lot.
And some people just have what we call a wave magnet.
Jeez, right?
Mana.
And then, yeah, exactly.
They just, some folks, the waves just seem to come to them. I think John Florence is notorious for that.
Big time, yeah.
I mean, definitely hunts around, but here we go. Here's a replay of the first wave he had. Standing tall. You said he's 6'2". That wave is well above his head.
Yeah.
Not a deep barrel, but still nonetheless was in there, and beautiful tall wave at backdoor, successfully rode out of it.
In the name of the game, that was a make. He would like to adjust it a little bit because I am thinking about Noa Pu'u's double barrel. Makamai has a traveling barrel. Ha'a, kind of a short backside barrel, but also in the game. Pomai has a couple consistent ones.
That is true.
Not deep, but
he's been the busiest.
Playing to the objective.
Right. Yeah. He's given us some hand jive from little Instagram videos.
And when you do talk about what we are here about, like, you know, what made the Backdoor Shootout different, the event intentionally designed as an alternative mainstream contest, team format, priority, and it gives Hawaiian surfers a chance, you know, guys that would never be invited to an event, but we watch them as local heroes at our beaches around the island. The big meeting, the shootout, isn't just a contest, it's a statement. And for 30 years, this is our 30th anniversary, so you can see them on the new hats. And a way to claim Hawaiians to reclaim authority over the most iconic wave, a reminder that Pipeline is not just a competition venue, but a cultural place, a platform to celebrate Hawaiian excellence, Hawaiian terms, and Hawaiian power.
Yeah, that's what does make the shootout so unique and such an awesome event, that it's unlike any other, and to have it at the premier spot of world surfing stage at Pipeline is a statement.
Oh, Baba Pu'u.
Oh, some
whoa.
laid-back action. Whoa.
Oh, getting Claire Marzoli on me, nephew.
Yo.
Oh. Shaka Pu'u over the invisible handlebars. That is one giant young human ringed out.
Yeah, so the Backdoor Shootout, I mean, 30 years celebrating the Hui Nalu. The event. 30 years of the event.
30 years with the event.
I was going to say, the Hui started in 1975.
We were on a 50-year anniversary with the Hokulea last year, right? Yeah.
Wow, the event, 30 years old. That's
right. Yeah,
impressive. I know it. I believe it started off at sunset, moved to the Pipeline. Here we go.
Oh, Mox with the make. That also bursts confidence, even though it's a small wave. You're surfing Pipeline with 4 of your friends out there. 24-11 remaining. He'd like to get deeper.
Yeah, so the longboard division, a lot of water patrol, watermen out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's an all-Hawaiian final, too.
Yeah, and then the last we competed here in Hawaii, shout out to Uncle Mel, was his Bretta Mills Waterman Championship. Pomai Ho'opili with that beautiful style.
You know, Pomai does some cool woodworking stuff, too.
He
He's
does.
a carver, too.
Yeah, he's a carver, yeah. I also like his stand-up paddling technique, his
Oh,
Alaya
backdoor
technique.
ha'a.
Ha'a. Ho, ha'a. Going mid-deck, real smart, but noticing he's not going to get the doggy door. Shout out to you, Kavika Foster, in the house.
Yeah,
And
Foster Bloomfield Ohana. So his mom is a Bloomfield, dad is a Foster. Both come from long lines of water safety surfers.
What an amazing collaboration that is, right? But then at the same time, you know, like one of my favorites growing up too, Huio He'enalu. Always my hat's off to you, Uncle Marvin Foster. You know, unreal North Shore days over here.
When I was a kid, my first surfboard, I think I was 9 years old, for my 9-year-old birthday. I mean, I was, you know, in Hawaii, you start off on boogie boards.
Yep, a lot of people do,
you know,
yeah.
Most people in Hawaii, you start off like on the shore as a baby, as we're seeing these kids in the Beaver Creek Pond. And then you move on to like maybe riding a boogie board on your own. And then eventually you get to a surfboard. Well, when I got to eventually my surfboard, I think it was my 9th birthday, I got a 5.0 Ken Bradshaw board.
No ways.
From Orchid Land Surfboard Shop in Hilo. But it was a hand-me-down board from Kolohe Bloomfield.
No ways.
Yeah.
I love watching that guy surf. That guy's an amazing surfer. Watching the Chun's Tower right now, but I love when he comes out and just backside attack through the longboarders. Also raising a champion longboarder himself, Honolua.
Yep, the Bloomfield Ohana. They've got some great surfers. Honolua has been multi-world champion longboard.
When you got your new board, were you ready to make the change at 9? Were you ready to stand up?
I was already standing up on the boogie board.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's how it usually works. Like,
you still got that first board somewhere?
No.
Somewhere? Yeah, no, I know it's hard. Like, I'll never forget my first surfboard, but man, here's our class act right here. 7 guys in the final. So Kaiwi is not out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shakapu'u taking a dig. Getting a mini backdoor. Whoa, the thing actually...
I like the ring of the Shakapu'u. Sounds like Shaka Zulu.
Yeah. That's also when Uncle Mel's playing his guitar. That's part of his band. We call him the Shakapu'u band. Yeah. But yeah,
there's a documentary out. I just found out today that Apple TV is picking it up. It's called The Story of the Shaka. And it's like history of the Shaka sign itself.
And it transcends from the plantation, right? Guy's name.
I mean, I encourage people to watch because it shows that there's multiple narratives of the origins
where
of
it came. Oh, so there's a few origins that happened at the same time.
And they interview a bunch of people and trying to find kind of the roots of the Shaka and how it evolved. It's a really cool story. And surfing is a part of that story as well.
Well, the Shaka was dominant back then. No limp, weird, kind collaborating, glitchy Shakas anymore. But I heard a story about a man that was missing his. Am I around the long line?
Yeah, and that's a prevailing story in the film too. They interview a bunch of people in Laie. So there was and he was a waterman too. His name was Hamana Kalili, and he was missing his 3 middle fingers. So all he had was his pinky and his thumb.
Yes,
and he became very. Famous through the Hukilau. There was a show before the Polynesian Culture Center. There was a beach luau called the Hukilau, and
I've heard of this.
Yeah, and there's a song that's been played. I'll go into the Hukilau.
Yeah. And that's a part of that.
That's part of that. Huh. And so he was one of the. He would always stand in as because you know how in Hawaii we have May Day performances where we reenact the monarchy often, where we have these processions where we have either they're riding on horses or they're in a May Day where the kids come out in a court, right?
Right.
You have a king and a queen and represented from each island. Well, he would do that. He stood in as Kamehameha in many of these parades and things that we have in Hawaii in that time too. But he was missing those 3 fingers, so he would wave at everybody.
That's
and it was
exactly
like the
what my Uncle Roy Vieira told me. I was blown away when he told me it. This is like 8-9 years ago I got told the story. And this is cool that it's coming.
Yeah. Oh, we got the shakas right there.
Oh, right there.
Just
Keep
become
them
the
wide.
universal
Keep 'em aloha. Yeah. And
Paying
I always
homage
throw
with the
this
shake.
other finger up for the I love you shaka,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Bing! The index finger comes
A really
up.
cool story. Like even how we have variations of the shaky one. That there's a guy named Lippy Espinda who was a comedian that would popularize. Oh, here we go again.
You taught me that, Frederick.
Hui.
Hui. In the house from the BI.
He is only going right.
Yeah, I know. And he's,
Smart.
shout out to you, Bunga Perkins. He hasn't broken his board yet, but stay tuned. He might need his, you know what I mean?
Oh, Makamai going right.
Makamai, let's go, little brother.
Oh.
You know, if I was to coach him, I would say he should have float that, okay? No barrel, float it. He can. He's got amazing backside cosmetics. But, yeah, man. So during Chief of War, I mean, I'm stoked this is coming on because I had questions for you. And then, boom, I see you. Then I see you on your IG breaking it down. Thank you for that. I still got 100 more questions, like interesting, but that's cool. Makamai on his Bernhardt riding a quad. Super sick quad, huh? No room for the 2+1 in there. That's his pipe board. Nice royal blue.
Yeah, so what Ezra's referring to is there's a series, an Apple TV series called Chief of War, and created by 2 individuals. One of them, Pa'a Sibit, who is a Hawaiian from Seattle, Washington area, and actually he attended the university that I teach at BYU Hawaii, and studied Hawaiian studies and things. And it was always his dream to put this together. He worked with Jason Momoa to produce this, and it took them several years, but basically doing the story of a chief named Ka'iana. And
very
Ka'iana
interesting story, yes.
Right, and Kamehameha is also part of that whole kind of very interesting era of first contact with the West, and then some of the civil wars that ensued afterward. And so if you haven't seen it, check it out. It really does a great job.
Yeah, it does.
Some authentic history and culture. And
thanks for breaking it down. Like off booth, I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Like just the times and stuff. And then I was mind blown that our young Huio He'inalu Kuio young talent looks just like Ka'iana. Did you see that? I mean, I just thought that was funny. Someone posted that. So
side by side.
I was like, oh, Jason.
Yeah, Kuio, great surfer. He's been doing really well in even some of the events. Interesting because he's also
really
a
talented
photographer, a video
You know
guy
what just blew my mind, and shout out to Kamale Wilmot told me that's my brother, and Elijah's my brother too, so I was mind blown. Shout out to the young Ohana. I grew up with Elijah. I had no idea.
Me too.
That you guys is all related, and that's just, brings a smile to my face when you find out late in life.
Pomaya on a double up.
Oh, nice. Look how close to shore. He's on the shore break
Pull
side.
in. Yes,
Let's go. Right in front of the photographer bowl. They had ultimate respect getting out of the way in their safety green jerseys. Yeah, Huio He'inalu in the house, Hawaiian Water Patrol. You seen him? Oh, checking his board. Oh, he's
like, I'm good.
With a smile. Goes down into the doldrums with a smile, just, Oh. Polynesians take whitewater flogging to a whole new level. Baba Pu'u, nice style. Figuring it out, Isaiah. A little bit too high.
Yeah. Pipeline sucks up a bit more than Macau, maybe.
Here we go, Freddie Hui.
Freddie
And
going
my
left.
First time watching him left at pipe. Here he goes. No hands. Whoa.
Dodging his nephew.
That was really nice.
Oh, mixing it up with a layback.
Not totally covered up. Real steezy. Nice flare. Nice speed.
Yeah, he's got a bit of bonga style in him.
Yeah, he does.
There we go. Makamai de Soto.
Bonga living
clipped.
here now. Ooh.
No leash?
Yeah, I just noticed that. No leash. That looks like one of his magic boards. You know, wearing a leash could take it right 3 feet from the tail. It could be 2 to 3 feet. You know, Kelly Slater's way of saving his short boards last minute to the parallel to the whitewater really does work in longboarding too. You kind of give it that extra pull. You don't want it to pull way too early. You want it to catch a ride and get into some of that whitewater kerfluffle without yanking it down so much. Longboarding can be very expensive at Waves of Consequence. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of waves now. Action. Replay.
Nice replay. Not super deep, but then he goes over here and wipes off some speed there. And you know, on the inside, to get that extra bonus turn, sometimes it's not time for it because there's so much chatter and speed and reverb going under your fins. You can eat your surfboard more than putting on a show. But we all grew up just loving guys coming out of pipeline with that one last turn. I don't know if you're the same way, but really love it.
Of Makamai stalling, hunting for that barrel, puts
Nice
his arms out, and
pace.
then wow.
Oh, Maka. I missed that detail. That would have been a good score for Maka. Would have kept him in that top 3 as we got our top 5 guys out there.
Sometimes when you dance with Pipeline, she gets mad with you.
Oh, yeah, big time, yeah. Whoopah! 12-22.
It's like, oh, you like Akop?
Oh, yeah, no, but Makabai, he take cracks, man. No problem. Watch Dwayne and the DeSoto tribe raise him. And super stoked to have him back in this year as his nephew, Kala DeSoto, took the title last year on a beautiful thread the needle and a nice pipe bomb. It was bigger last year, but still very contestable. Paul Maya's got some beautiful waves on the board. I believe he's got honest 2 good waves. He'd like to be deeper in the barrel, but outstanding performer, smiling.
Yeah.
There's something about this event, you know, it doesn't just honor respect, it's just with your friends. Surfing to Hui Heinalu, Hawaiian surfers collectively founded by Eddie Rothman and Kavika Stant Sr. and Uncle Terry Ahui and others created the Backdoor Shootout in 1996. So,
yeah. It's weird to think 1996 was 30 years ago.
Right? How many years you been in the booth for the Backdoor Shootout now?
That's a good question.
Because you started before me. I mean, I was nervous. That's when I first was.
8 or plus years, something like that. It's been
8+ years,
probably.
right on. Oh, you're almost like making more years than I've been in the state. Shout out to all my state brothers. If you guys are tuning in your vacants, aloha, gang. Your carpenter is on the 2nd floor of the pipe house. But yeah, right
It's a real privilege and a blessing to
I'm
be
so
here
happy.
at the Backdoor Shootout. It's an opportunity to share a bit of our history and culture of the sport of He'enalu and the art of surfing.
Yeah.
Here we are in our office.
Aloha, Ohana. Look at our beautiful backdrop office. We are pumped, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Ezra Rodriguez, Isaiah Walker, we love having the opportunity to share time with you and on the North Shore at Backdoor Shootout in 2026.
Yep, 2026. And we got the shirts, you guys. And I think all the huahines will be right down on the beach selling them. I don't even think they're going to make it online, guys. I told you guys last year. We got 2 versions of the Lycras. The one with the white font, all done by Jack Soren. And we also have the gold chrome one, too. And it's amazing. Long sleeve, short sleeve, Lycras. Go check them out. Or come check us out.
It's cool to see Jack Soren's art really
I love
taking
it.
off.
Yes, thank you, Jack.
And, celebrating Hawaii artists. He's, a mural guy where he does a lot of big murals. But also a lot of other art. Kind of cool. He's connected to his family. Some of the original founders of the Hui He'enalu.
Yes,
his uncle, Imbert Soren, from Laie, was part of the original group that was 1975, 1976. forming the Hui Backdoor. So kind of cool to see that legacy of Jack. His dad was an artist too, but a jeweler. Nainoa Soren. So Henry Soren, his jewelry company called Nainoa, and did beautiful Hawaiian
design some Hui rings.
And which is cool too. Hawaii, I mean, not only surfing, of course, is some of the arts that we've perpetuated throughout the world, but even in art and in jewelry, we have these real specific and unique designs that make up what we call Hawaiian heirloom jewelry. And the bracelets and so forth go all the way back to the monarchs of Hawaii, Queen Liliuokalani and them. We're known to wearing these bracelets, and gold's been expensive lately.
No, it is, but not all the way up to the elbow. No queens wear them all the way up to the elbow.
I get some look like Wonder Woman bracelets, kind of.
Like the Bully Coco ones. Yeah.
So that's a tradition of ours here in Hawaii.
Gold and silver, it's the old ways, all that stuff recycles and comes back. So,
just the engraving, the different type of maile leaf and other types of leaf work and flower prints and so forth that are engraved into jewelry. So Jack Soren, the artist, his father, Henry, was one of the best at that.
That's awesome. I did not know that. Been really loving his you guys are probably going to see him on Saturday. I'm not sure if he's going to do like a live mural on the beach or something like that, but yeah, definitely a big part of Huio He'inalu, and we had a good time at the awards ceremony last year. There we are, Hawaiian flags a-flying. And looks like there is some texture out there in the lineup. It actually doesn't really show.
You see the colors there of the club, the Hui Backdoor, the red and the gold and yellow. You've seen a lot of those colors in the Apple TV show.
Yeah.
Chief of War, because those were the colors of the chiefs, right? And it mainly stems from particular birds, feathers that they would gather and make mahi ole, which is the headgear that they'd wear.
Yeah.
I love that in that film Chief of War. It really normalizes and it shows the significance of those, of the capes and the helmets and the bling, basically.
On the helmet, the arc, was that made with bone? Like to
no,
make
these were like woven, right?
Woven, woven so tight that you could make the arc.
Like basket weaving type stuff. You know?
Interesting. Yeah, guys, someone's going to get into the lineup right here. Makamai just taking a little bit of an investigation right there. This is a slow roller to the inside. Makamai is looking to strengthen one of his lower rides as he came unglued. Mother Pipeline gave him a little bit and knocked him off to his side as he came off on a nice one. Here we go, Freddie. Hui. He was definitely in the right position, but the wave did not open up on its fall line. So there's Ha'a.
Yeah, so longboard division.
5 minutes and 31 seconds left.
Really cool to see that, as we mentioned earlier. We're celebrating Duke Hanamoku also in this event, in this specialty event here honoring Duke. Duke was known, of course, to primarily ride longer, bigger boards, and he was a part of that evolution of surfboards into the modern era. He was a surfboard maker, like I said previously. A lot of surfers used to make their own boards.
Yeah,
and Duke was one of those. So he'd ride different types of boards, but because, he spent most of his time in Waikiki, but I have to clarify, not all of his time.
Not all of his time,
a lot of times people will assume, like, well, Duke lived in Waikiki. He never surfed, these other waves that we surf, and that's not true.
Did he ride an Alaya board his first surf, meeting those kids on the inside of the shore break? I was wondering.
Possibly.
Yeah, right. There were...
there are different types of boards, and Alaya doesn't just mean short board. Alaya is really the shapes and the contours of the rails and the thickness of the boards that constitute what kind of design it is. But yeah, Duke preferred riding longer boards in Waikiki, of course. But he also was known to venture around. I've heard stories of him surfing at Ali'i Beach in Haleiwa and elsewhere. So we're honoring Duke Hanamoku, and we often refer to him as the father of modern day surfing. A lot of that is because he was because he was so famous as an athlete, as an Olympian, and traveled around the world to different competitions with swimming primarily, but people were enthralled and amazed by surfing. And so everywhere he went, he also had exhibitions where he surfed and people watched, and he taught people how to surf, and he made surfboards and left them there. And
what a treat in those days.
Quite a legacy of promoting the art of he'enalu and our culture from Hawaii to the world.
Big time. Yep, Uncle Duke, he has a birthday celebration in the summer months.
And what's cool, too, is a lot of the old-timers, they knew Duke, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't know he got to take Auntie Rel's son on the airplane, take her to help out women's surfing. Like,
Right.
that is all cool. The Uncle Duke, the, beautiful white hair days in his suit.
Yep.
Man, so much history. We all know him as an Olympian, but he means so much to our surfing culture. Just
for sure.
Who he is. I never try to give you guys homework, but a lot of my gigs, I'm like, hey, say we're off after this final, and none of you guys from around the world really know who Duke is. Watch Waterman. This is one of the guys on the Waterman, narrated by Jason Momoa, and so many cameos, not just from Isaiah Walker, but from iconic Watermen worldwide, talking about the relationship between Cecil and
Cecil
Duke.
Healy,
And that relationship,
I love you're giving homework. You're giving homework
No,
before
I mean,
next-
I just like
before Saturday.
a lot of people, before Saturday.
Before Saturday, you have to
it's
watch
just
Chief
awesome.
of War, Waterman, and the Shaka documentary.
Yeah, no, it's just awesome. And then, if you guys ever seen Waves of Resistance or read that book, this man, you're working on another one. I always ask you this. I know it takes some time.
I mean, I've published other articles since then.
Good.
And I have some projects in the
You're going to have to put it all together and create a new book, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why, guys, it's always good. That's just what I say. I'm not trying to give homework, but it's always good to be educated in things that you get into. I always say, I don't come into your office and mess up all your paperwork. Surfing is a lot of people's office, you know what I mean? And where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's love and aloha and respect, we can go super far together as we shoot out into 2026. Wow, dolphins now.
Being visited by all kind of wave riders today.
Oh, big time. Oh, these guys are piping hot, too. These guys are going up against the current. Swirl on the outside. Iolani sees them.
Yeah. In Hawaiian, the Hawaiian word for dolphin is nai'a. So we had
Nice.
kohola. There's some language learning today. Kohola for the whale and nai'a for the dolphin.
So the night just went flying by. The whales must be at Haleiwa by now. Yeah. And they just went, hey, what's up? We're going to go check
Cruising.
out the contest. Go down to Rockies, make her way back.
Oh, Makamai looking at this.
Let's
Double
go,
up.
Mox. Call it, Isaiah.
All right. Standing tall, but he knows this time. Focus on the exit.
Yeah, focus on the exit.
Looking for another double up.
Let's
Oh,
double
little
down.
head dip.
Helicopter that thing.
Polmeyer right behind him.
I know these guys are all very talented, bro. You guys want to do the
Oh,
uncle?
there it is.
There it is.
Yes,
Not super deep, but real
Oh, here
tunnely
goes
and funnely.
with the Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, bruh. Like I was saying, too, these guys are all talented.
Wow, look, that's a proper pipe
That's
wave
a
right there.
yeah, that's a foamy, milky one, but you would have came out right there and just hands up.
Wow. No, Ezra, I guess we have our shortboard competitors looking to see if we're going to go on. Looking at these waves, they may be thinking about it now.
Well, I haven't seen any real
updates.
No, like, the bosses of the Hui give us a peek through the curtain. Like, are we
Right.
going to go throughout the rest of the day, or are we going to end it at the longboard final? As you can see, man, Frederick Hui is a giant man, and you can see how much he's got to do a slight run walk out to the shore to greet his fellow competitor. These guys are frothing. I'm glad they're all coming in with some waves. You know what I mean?
smiles,
yeah,
too, yeah.
and smiles. That's what it's all about. But You got a Bunga Perkins surfboard pintail, and you got a Kyle Bernhardt from the North Shore here. Shout out to BP. Where you stay, brother?
Freddie wearing the iconic Hui shorts.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, when the Hui was first formed, they called them the Black Shorts.
Yep, the Black Short
just
Gang.
because they were, that was their signature.
It needed to be.
Go.
It needed to be. It's set in stone like a petroglyph. There needed to be balance.
Hey, look how this second wave, he lost a lot of speed, so it was hard to get back into it.
What if he 360'd that? You know when you're like, because you're
Look
on.
at this.
I like that one. Oh. That's the behemoth of the Heat. And
I would say that was my favorite wave.
He's got one to back it up too, Isaiah,
Yep.
which is perfect.
Freddie's had a lot of good ones too in this Heat.
But you can also see those ones that you cut back into. Sometimes you can make it over the split because you're on a longboard and get that 2-for-1 inside of gums.
Yep.
I've seen a couple of those things come. And shout out to all you longboarders that aren't in the event. Let's make it happen next year, gang.
There we go.
Wow. So those
The
are the small
original
spinners,
surfers right there.
Oh, big time. I was really heart-touched again by these dolphins rescuing a New Zealand father and daughter.
Oh,
you know,
I didn't see that.
Great white was coming, and they went nuts. They went around them all the way until they got into safety. That's the third story I've heard of something at that caliber. Yeah. It's like the dolphin knows it's going to be a feeding time, and they're not going to let it happen while they're around, so they're going to escort you to the beach. I think that's amazing, and that's really water safety of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Water safety.
I mean, that's killer. Like, thank you for taking care. You know?
There's a lot of stories in Hawaiian history and culture of we call aumakua. And aumakua is basically like a guardian. Kind of like you ever watch Mulan?
Yep.
You had Mushu.
Yeah, Mushu, yes.
So in Hawaii, you know, guardians, oftentimes people would say there's a certain, like a shark or a dolphin or a turtle or...
Yeah, for me is the pueo, the
okay,
owl.
Owl. Okay, and then oftentimes in our tattoo art or cacao, you'll see something. Oftentimes people will put what their family's you know, kind of genealogy speaks of what kind of aumakuas were in
a lot of
people, genealogy.
They like to say that aumakua is their shark, but you know you have to go back in your history's past and find out.
Yep.
I just feel that, you know, when I was acting up, I've seen owls fly right over my car, even in your neck of the woods. Big owls, like, okay. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, it lets you know. It's always, you know, looking over you, your amakuas. But when you see it, you know, it's a sign. Like, it could be good or letting you know, hey, take it easy.
Yeah,
Vamonos. Let's go. Get out of the way.
And it's not just in Hawaii. Other cultures and communities see signs through nature. But it's very much so part of Hawaiian culture and tradition. In fact, in Chief of War, it makes me think of a scene where right before they're going into this final battle in the final episode, they're waiting for what we call ho'ailona, some kind of sign, an answer, you know, kind of direction. And in the show, they show this one part where this feather blows off of the ki'i, or the kukailimoku was this war god, this tiki, this statue, whatever, and it just landed on Kayana's shoulder. Now,
I remember
things like that wouldn't happen in daily life, but it's really how you interpret them, right? And so for them, it was very Hawaiian way of saying, "Oh, that was it."
Back in those days, people were very aware and paying attention. Now, it's, you know what I mean? We're moving too fast. It's time to, you know what I mean? Listen to the wilderness sometimes. I do remember that scene.
So oftentimes being in the ocean, you become very attuned with the water, and it's a very spiritual thing, right? Being in the ocean and surfing and really puts you into a place where you feel surrounded and enveloped by nature. And so the ocean is a very healthy place to be.
You can find this war god is right in the Bishop Museum, right?
It is.
Right there, yeah. Did they use the actual one? It's very heavy looking. You can feel like right behind that glass if you Wow, look at this premier longboard final. 9 minutes left. You know what I mean?
An hour. I can't think of another event where you would have an hour-long heat.
Yeah, all of them are like, now they're doing
tired, I think.
No, yeah, or they're doing the poker face lay down side paddle, but they're just ready to gunite in and get into position. Go hui, because everybody kind of needs a stronger second wave if you're looking at it.
Yep.
As a competitor, you just got to think like, who's surfing better? I got to surf better. You know. The simplest way of explaining competition is the guy that's having the most fun in the water but surfing the best, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In simplicity terms. But we're also looking for speed, power, flow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Professionalism, something that, you know, we don't look like. They watch you in the lineup. You have like a whole bunch of different generational iconic surfers up there in that judging panel. You know, we also got a special guest today, too. Shane Beshin is up there with Barton Lynch. You know what I mean?
I know Barton's been a judge for many years now.
He's also, like, you know, one of the frothiest, one of my favorite commentators, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, sorry to you regular footers, me, Isaiah, and Barton Lynch, we all goofy photos,
there
too.
You go.
So is Rocky.
I never thought of it that way. Dominating up
So
here.
is our beach announcer, Iolani.
Goofy footers. Now we're looking now toward Sunset Beach. That's Sunset Point over there. Velziland. They call this a 7-mile miracle from Sunset Beach, I'm guessing, to Haleiwa.
Yeah.
There's so many spots on the North Shore which make it that kind of miracle. Like literally, you could paddle your way down this stretch and surf a different wave at about every 50 yards or so. And they all have names.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even at this break, from Aints to Backdoor to Pipeline to Gums to Ehukai Sandbar to Pupukea, and it just keeps going.
And each spot has its different elements, its different weather patterns, and it changes its character to, you know, every surfer's likes a certain spot for what it has to offer. But you guys can also join us every 4th of July for the Hui paddle race. You know, if you're water savvy, you can paddle from Turtle Bay all the way to Waimea Bay, or join us at Sunset for the short course, the family course from Sunset to Waimea Bay. And it's usually just family fun. And look at all those beautiful shades of blue, Isaiah.
Yeah. It is pretty magical, especially as a surfer, to be able to surf in such pristine waters. We want to keep it that way, so we want to malama this place and take care of our oceans and our aina by being thoughtful and sustainable in our lifestyles.
Yeah, thoughtfulness goes a long way. You know, make it infectious.
You know, right about here, Kauai is in here, and I've seen
right
it
there
maybe once or twice.
What, from here?
Yes.
Wow,
it's very
that's
rare
a
and
crystal clear day
clear.
because it is still very far away.
Yeah.
And then now it makes sense that you point right there. All the cold currents head towards Kaena Point. That's why we get real big amphibious livestock at that one area.
Yeah.
It's just nuts.
So you did the shark dive recently. In fact,
it's my birthday
Kaiwi
last
Berry
week,
does
Saturday.
the shark
He does.
tour. He's not
They
in the
told
seat.
me.
Maybe he's working
Shout
right
out
now.
to Kala Alexander and Mokua Kai Rothman and my best friend, world champion longboarder Dwayne DeSoto for me and his daughter shared the same birthday. First time ever, Isaiah.
Wow.
And I love sharks. I mean, you know, I always wanted to see a tiger. I see them surfing. I want to try, but yeah. Day number 1 with an uprising swell. Ezra Rodriguez, Isaiah Walker, Hui Ohe'enalu in the house. Thank you to Keiki Beach Bungalows and all our amazing sponsors, North Shore Club, Dark Sport, Are Tahiti, Integrative Peptides, one of our new sponsors. Mahalo, you pour this in one of your water bottles, and this thing will take good care of you. This thing's got Peptides Pro, Prepbiotics blend with all kinds of supplementary things that you need for your body to have a great day.
And it is a beautiful day outside today.
Big time.
I was saying, Ezra, it seems like for the last 2 weeks straight, I don't know if it's just on my side of the island, but we've just got a lot of weather, a lot of wind, a lot of rain.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely got that too. No, it has been.
It has. The North Shore too has been pretty stormy. So it's a nice day today for us. Although we cannot complain, you know what I mean?
Cannot.
Like, it was raining for a few days.
But I got to remind myself and sometimes just tap into my meridian and go, brah, you live in paradise.
And,
you know
and we love the rain, honestly. We need the rain.
I like those dark, ominous days.
Right.
I'm not a dark person, but I dig it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
There's something too about the ocean too when you get those squalls that come through and it kind of gives it
different character,
vibe.
Different vibe, yeah. For
Oftentimes
sure.
Closes down the winds, kind of settle a little in those cloudy days.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us at the beach, and thank you guys for joining us around the world. Pull my ho'opili. Let's go, Isaiah.
Hunting another one.
Oh, he likes that one with the hands up.
See the cut back
into
the white water.
Nice. He's got his own style.
What's he going to do here? This guy's done multiple things. He's done the Indonesian Instagram kid one on his first one.
Yeah.
He did the Mr. Miyagi, the crane.
And he just did the standing firm until the board actually
he
flies
did the
up.
Scooter Boy was his first one.
Yep, he did 2 of those already. And then, look, you just paddling out to your hole, brah. I think you got this one in the bag. Who's that? Kamakani on the ski.
There you go.
Shout out to you, Froy Seth Ohana.
Hey.
Yeah. You can even hear all the studio people inside are just psyching on him.
Yeah,
so we're going to see the backdoor wave first, and then
Freddie
Pull
went
Mice.
right on that one.
Okay.
Same wave as Pull Mice. Standing tall.
Another thread. He's got to get deeper. Let's go, Freddie. Boom. Gets covered up. Would have liked to break out of that doggy door. Yeah. And you
Pomai
guys
is, we've seen some pocket rides, but Pomai has been probably the one competitor who's gotten behind it.
He did. He did. On that one that you really loved prior to that, I feel that that's in his top 2 for depth perception, deep. And you guys got to know, it's hard to put a 9-foot board behind the curtain of a barrel. You are projecting out so quick that,
Especially, at
something to
Pipeline,
admire.
the way so much water is moving up the face.
Yeah.
And if you have a lot of foam, the foam is going to want to move up the face with it.
Yeah, and to all of you, I'm a longboarder too. Got longboarder background. It's like a pet peeve of ours to hear somebody like, "Oh, it's so small today. I think I'm just going to ride my longboard." Well, for these guys, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Even for some of my friends in California, it ain't like that. These guys charge. They love big waves. It's on. You know what I mean? Longboarding, another thing to admire about professional longboarding, high pro or traditionalism, is their follow-through through the tail. They could do a shortboard snap into the lip, follow through beautifully. With the drop knee cutback cosmetics that's also being progressed. And Makamai, nose pick to seeing the bottom of the sandy reef there. He has no leash. Yep. He's going to not want this board to break.
This is exciting. Ooh. Does he grab it or let it go? Is he going to get to it?
Oh, that's a heavy get to it.
Got it.
Yank your arm socket out there. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, bro. I love it. Iolani Adams on the 3rd floor next door to us. On a beauty.
Did he come out?
Yeah, no, he had that his fins engaged too much. He did project. And another brought on a leash.
Leash, huh?
You know why?
Like
some of these guys break so many longboards. It's like within their hour.
So what you're saying is I think he does have a leash, but not having a leash saves your board?
It lets your board go, but if you're not a good swimmer, and this is true, guys, and you swim and there's shore break there, the shore break can take your board before you get it. What the leash does is it yanks on your tail so much, and when it sinks it down, it snaps 3 feet from your pintail up above a lot of times, Wow. And
just that pressure
from
having the leash attached.
But the way you save your longboard is waiting for the wave to cusp over you, and once it obliterates, you take the lickings and wait last minute for your board, then you let it go. So you're getting the whitewater explosion, and we got the countdown.
Wow, that was a action-packed heat there.
Oh, man, I got to say,
ridden.
This is just day number 1. I look forward to sitting here with you and Rock every year. It's like when my winter time starts, you know what I mean? So I'm pumped. Yeah.
It's always fun
super pumped.
Usually start off on the the opening day with the
big time
stand-up and longboard and good vibes and good energy. So it's always a great start to the backdoor shootout. But as you know, it gets more crazy as the waves get bigger.
It's going to get crazy as we got all the teams lined up and this amazing format. And, you guys got guys like New Earth Project. You might see Kelly Slater. You got Team 96712. You're going to see John. You got Team Japan, Team Captain Shinpei Horaguchi, Shogo Harada, outstanding performer. You got Billy Kemper, where we changed from Team North Shore Boys to Team the Boys because he's got Shell Diesel Pashan and Kala De Soto from West Makaha, but also his usual team members, heavy hitters, Kala Grace and Noah Beshin.
Wow, that's exciting. That's a pretty
young. And Team Nave with Makai McNamara, Landon McNamara, Legend Chandler, Mananalu Chandler. Dude, I forgot to re-look through this team. That's pretty heavy. And then we also have Team Peru. Welcome back, gentlemen. Oliverio, Joaquin, Alonso, Crystal Ball, Gabriel, Bastian, and Noah.
I'm also looking for Team Volcom. There was a strong player. Makana Pang is always a standout.
Big
Noah
time.
Dean, Balaram Stack he's destined to win this event. Jake Maki, the young gun, has been doing this event for years. Maikai Berdine did really good last year.
Yeah, he did on bombs.
And Stevie Roberson, those brothers at
there's 3 of them. Shout out to the Roberson gang up there in Maui, but Oahu grown as well. And we are pumped around those teams.
Look at all this aloha. These guys giving each other hugs. And
that
was an hour long at Pipe. They're stoked.
They're pumped. This is a final. This is the longboard heritage right here. I know a lot of you guys at home should be a part of this thing too. Well, let's make it happen. We're going to take a quick break, Isaiah, but please join us back here for more of the replay and see where we're going with the day.
All right.
Aloha. Good job, brother. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Members of the Hui Ohe'e Nalu. Presented by Keiki Beach Bungalows, Welcome to Aloha. Sponsored by the North Shore Club. Dark Sport, Ade Tahiti, Integrative Peptides, supported by Sinaloa, White Claw, and Saltwater Society. This live broadcast is produced by Zone Media, creators of Ocean Paddler TV, Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, and In the Zone.
How do you, Sinaloa?
My kids love cheese quesadillas on fresh Sinaloa tortillas.
We only make our fish tacos with fresh Sinaloa tortillas.
My family loves my chicken enchiladas using fresh Sinaloa tortillas.
We use Sinaloa tortillas in everything that we do. The freshness really makes the difference.
Get your fresh Sinaloa tortillas today at your local markets throughout the state. How do you, Sinaloa?
Allow us to help you grow your events by reaching Hawaii's giant outdoor sports and ocean enthusiast demographic. Zone Media specializes in social media content production and distribution, drone and video production, cutting-edge live productions, and more. With over 25 years leading Hawaii's action sports market, give us a call at 808-343-3310.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Backdoor
back.
Shootout. We had some action this morning. With start off with a stand-up paddle and then the longboard finals.
Yep.
So beautiful day here at Bonsai Pipeline.
Big time.
A little smaller than what we'd normally expect, but
day one.
But we're nonetheless had a great day. Some action, some barrels were out there, and we were stoked to be here. Joining us here at the Volcom House on the North Shore, Ezra Rodriguez, Isaiah Walker, and just so glad to be back at the Backdoor Shootout 2026.
2026, and we are here. So we're going to give you guys a recap of what went down here today. We had more athletes, but we turned it into a 1-hour final with Jose Gomez, Anthony Maltese, and here you go. Check it out. And nice.
Yeah, beautiful backdoor barrel to float.
Yeah, that
combo you want.
Here's last year's champion. This is Anthony Maltese. He rendered some of the best waves out there for this beginning.
And you can see the waves were still on the smaller side when we started, but it's still some sets that were out there to be had.
Max
so
Torres.
A lot of good surfing that took place in that stand-up
And it's
final.
just the beginning. It's like day number 1 of an uprising swell. It drops tomorrow. Then we get into Friday. We're going to check in with Uncle Eddie Rothman and the Hui Nalu every morning behind the Volcom gates, assess it, pick it apart, and then boom, we're going to move on. But it's looking really like Saturday. Here's the longboard.
Yeah.
Pomai on a tear, brother.
Pomai Ho'opili from the North Shore of Oahu.
Mm-hmm.
One of our water patrol, Hawaiian water patrolmen, really had a lot of great rides
in
today.
Hatena.
Here we go. He's doing a bunch of antics for us today. Hands behind the back, the
He's
handcuffs.
enjoying the glide. You know, my Uncle Mel Kinney, an amazing surfer no longer with us, would just enjoy this guy's swagger on the wave. He's just riding the wave, you know, for the utmost purpose of having fun. The glide, the edge.
So it's an hour-long final, an all-Hawaiian final with these guys. I think that was just his wave in.
Yeah.
That was live
He
action
could
there.
do another hour, bro. He's frothing. He's got to wash the jet ski, load it up now. You know what I mean? Back to work, buddy. But, yeah, it looks like he's riding an infamy board there.
We had two brothers out in the water, the Pu'u brothers.
First time, double barrel from Makaha, Bubba Pu'u, Noah Bubba Pu'u. Pomai.
Pomai again, standing tall.
Little quicker one, but beautiful nonetheless with that rock and roll
Float.
tail drop float.
Freddie Hui had some really good waves.
No hands. That's
Had
one
to
of his
dodge
best
his nephew.
ones. Yeah. Just real quick kind. And yeah, you guys. Good to see you guys on day number 1. Don't forget to give us a follow at Hui Nalu North Shore, at the Hui Official. You can go to the .coms, but joining us down here at the beach to get all the merch is way easier. And yeah, it's looking like we got some massive waves.
Yeah, I like the vibe today. Usually at the Backdoor Shootout, I mean, there always is good vibe.
Yep.
But there's also an intensity, right? Because usually when we run the North Shore, the Backdoor Shootout, the North Shore is pumping and it's scary and kind of wild. But today it was pretty chill. We also had we'll show you some of the animals that came to visit us and stuff. But first we're going to throw it down to the beach with Mahina. She's on the beach with our previous competitor.
Yeah, Barton Lynch in the house. Check it out.
It's right at the same time. Mahina down here with Barton Lynch. He is the head judge for the Hui Backdoor Shootout. And could you explain to us for the rest of the week and today's schedule looking like?
Yeah, well, today we got the SUPs done and the longboards done. It was inconsistent out there, but they had hour-plus long heats, so they had heaps of time, lots of opportunity, some great surfing. We'll see the results of that, at the ceremony, the final ceremony. And for now, we're just waiting on that forecast to come together. Looks like there's 3 great days, sort of from the weekend on. So most probably have a few lay days now, and then into those great swells. Looks like there's back-to-back really good swells.
What are we looking for all the shortboard divisions and the upcoming teams that will be surfing in the next couple of days?
Well, I suppose one of the things is what they love is for it to be critical and to be radical. There's not, you play it safe in this event and just kind of go for little sixes and stuff. It ain't going to win you the event. This event is based on, only a few rides. Depending on how many rounds we do will determine how many best waves it is. Ordinarily 3 or 4 best rides over the whole event. And most of the time they're going to be 8s, plus 9s, 10s, And there's so many unique elements about this event that as a judge, not take the pressure off, but allow you to be able to make the right decisions. Because if we get to a 10 and we've scored a ride as a 10, a perfect ride, and something better happens, we can go to 11 or to 10-5 to 11 to 12. So you've got that opportunity that if we max out the score, we can keep extending out if rides keep getting better. So that really gives us great scope for judging.
Well, I'm super looking forward to the 8s, 9s, and 10s, and even possibly 11, 12s. Yeah. And hopefully we get some amazing wave in the later part of our holding period, and hopefully we just touch your beard and maybe hope for the best. Good luck touching beard for the better conditions for the next coming days for the shortboard guys. Well, thank you guys, and back to you guys in the booth.
Yeah, Mahina and Barton Lynch. I just shaved my beard off. I mean, I really you get used to it, man.
I thought she was really going to pet his beard.
No, she was trying to, but Bart's never let her in right there. 2 frothers. And, look at how beautiful.
There's some magic in that, I suppose.
Big time. That guy is super frothy. He's one of my favorite commentators, too. He's one of our head judges. He's up there with Shane Besh. And I haven't been to the 3rd floor scaffold. It's just been me and you. Yep. We miss you, Rock. Rock will be here in the next couple of days.
Yep.
We had some stormy weather here in Paradise, so this guy gives the ultimate surf lessons over there at Turtle Bay, and he can also get surf lessons with his dog. So he's got some reschedules. We'll see you later, Rock.
Yeah. So we had, as I was mentioning earlier, we had such a fabulous day.
Yeah.
Pretty calm day. We have the Beaver Pond. We had some great waves to be had. A lot of families out there. But then we were visited by some other visiting families.
Yes.
Check that out. So we had a family of Naia or dolphins that came out, and they're showing us how to really surf these waves, the original surfers. And then we had this kohola, giant humpback whale.
Amazing.
Beautiful shot here of a mom and a baby.
Solo, you see the baby there, huh?
Baby wants to go hang out in the beaver pond, too. So it was a real family day today.
Yeah, it was. It was, and I was really stoked to see all the people on the beach. It's like, oh, what, anybody work in Paradise or what?
I was thinking, too, like, what, no more school today?
No, I know, exactly.
I guess they go back
tomorrow. Me and you
so.
got the ultimate excuse of playing hooky, but I know you did your duties this morning. But you guys got to stay tuned and make sure you guys give us a like and follow. And thank you to the gentleman downstairs for making it happen. The Hui Backdoor Shootout should always be on live TV, channel 1020 Spectrum. Thank you to Keiki Beach Bungalows, the ultimate stay. Here on the 7 Mile Miracle, we got North Shore Club, Dark Sport, Athletics, Are Tahiti, Integrative Peptides. Thank you for being here this year. Sinaloa, Tortilla Chips is back. White Claw, please drink responsibly. Shout out to Ross, Ka'ehu, and the gang, and Saltwater Society, always supporting Hui Backdoor and always helping us preserve and perpetuate our surfing culture with all our activities we do, because Hui Backdoor also has a non-profit.
Right.
And
we love that. The Backdoor Shootout, as we've mentioned earlier, that it's it's definitely an environment that's different from your typical surfing
Big
events.
time. It's the rootsy big show.
Right, where we celebrate community culture and history, and so that's why I'm always grateful they bring on me as a historian to come in
I love
and talk story with
talking
with
about
the
real side of surfing, not the shallow, hollow side that it can be.
All right, well, it's been fun. We're going to take a break and come back, but excuse me, when I say come back, we'll come back hopefully soon when the waves come back up. We're expecting maybe Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll take a look
8
and
to
check in
10.
with us.
Gonna be awesome, gang. You guys stay tuned. Aloha.